Now we can get the party started. What's up, dude?
Going on?
Oh, I'm doing all right, brother. You have a pair of headphones handy?
Yeah, hang on.
Otherwise, every time I talk, it'll cut your audio out. Mullet man, hell yeah. Dude, the flow is looking right, bro.
Thanks, Brennan.
Look at
That
that,
sound
dude.
that sound better?
Dude, it's great. Yeah, it's perfect. I just didn't want to. Sometimes if you don't wear headphones, it'll cut your audio out every time I talk.
Oh, sweet.
So this way, we got everybody going. Dude, look at you. You are just a bottle of sex, dude. I'm
Thanks,
telling you.
man.
Look at that hair, man.
Yeah.
The most question asked was your hair care routine, but we'll get to all the questions. So for those who don't know, Mr. Brennan Conway
Thank you.
himself, the greatest flow in the game.
I don't know. I don't know. I've been trying to keep it going, but may have to get rid of it before long.
Name somebody with better hair.
What's the PCC shooter? He's got a really good mullet as well. Aaron.
Not if he's a PCC shooter, it doesn't
Yeah,
count.
but
Yeah, see,
who's
you took
the
too
guy
long.
for Glock store? He's got it. Austin, I think's his name. He's got pretty nice hair.
Yeah, I don't agree. I think you got the best flow in the game.
Well, I appreciate it.
So we'll get started with let's just open up about you, man. Tell us who you are. When did you start shooting? How'd you get into this whole shindig?
Well, back in 2019, like April, a couple of buddies of mine, we all kind of got together and was just shooting out in the field, plinking around. And then someone had brought a dueling tree, and they were like, "Oh, I'm better than you. We'll shoot the dueling tree." So it kind of started with that, and we were like, "Well, shit, this is kind of fun." Competition-wise with shooting, and started looking up. There was a USPSA club like 20 minutes down the road from us, so we were like, well, sweet, we'll go try it out. But we practiced. We probably practiced like 6 or 7 thousand rounds before we went. It was like we're not
Hell
gonna get
yeah.
beat. Get there, and it's like completely different from what we would practice. And it was actually a all fallen steel match. So it was like, and I shot single stack, so it was terrible.
Ugh.
It was terrible. So that one, I shot one match in single stack, and then ordered a limited gun. So,
Yeah, single stacks for the birds, dude.
but shot limited minor because I was like, well, I want to shoot open, and I looked at guns, and everything was 9, so I was like, well, I'll just get limited 9, and then that way everything will transfer over to open. Shot that till February of 2020, and then got an open gun built, and it didn't work. Had to send it back, and then just bought a different open gun, and then shot it for a little while, and then I got mine in maybe June, and then been good from there. Been
Hell
running like a
yeah.
top.
Been open ever since, man. Hell yeah. I like it.
Yeah,
I
about
like
a
it.
little over, a year and a half now. So, but it's
Well,
been
you
going
shoot
good.
well, you shoot the ever loving piss out of it. So you're
Yeah,
relatively new to the game. So
yeah.
2019 is when you
hmm
started?
My membership says April of 2019, but I don't think we really started till like June. So
Hell yeah, man.
April, maybe
So
July.
so relatively new to the
Excel
game like
praise day.
myself.
Yeah,
Yeah, raise hell, praise Dale. I love that.
somebody coach.
Somebody's got to get that on a t-shirt.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, so fairly new to the game like myself. But raising hell, dude, right from the beginning, dude. You've been going strong since like mid 2020. You've been putting some good numbers up.
yeah. It was actually nationals of 2020 that like a light bulb hit, and then it was just my game just took off, and I don't really know what had happened. I think it was more just the mental aspect of going and shooting a big match, and then now locals or whatever, and then just regular state matches or whatever again too. So after 2020 nationals, it was just jumped from there. So
Yeah, confidence, man. Your confidence went way up. Everything
hmm
doesn't seem so big whenever you go
yeah,
to
for sure.
nationals.
I think that's what it was because like I don't really practice any or dry fire. I just shoot a local like every single weekend. So I think the confidence, like you said, coming from nationals was a big thing of just like, oh, everything I can use it to work on this because I'm beating people by 15, 20% now. So it's like, it's nothing. I can work on a strong hand only stage and still win the match, which it's not. I tell people now it's not about winning locals. Use locals as your practice because that's what they should be about. If you have something to work on it. So
Yep. Yeah, locals for me as well are just strictly there to try shit out.
yeah, that's what I started doing, and I mean it's worked out. I had like a couple big matches coming up, so they all had a bunch of unloaded starts. So like every single stage I was unloaded start, and people were like, "What are you doing? What are you?" And I'm like, "I have to work on this. It's just something that I need to, be under a real timer, not, in dry fire or something that everybody else does. It's like I need to be under real pressure, timered, and so that's kind of how I use locals nowadays.
Yeah, I've shot a local strong hand before, and half strong hand, half weak hand.
Hmm.
And people were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Man, I'm going to a place where there's going to be a lot of strong hand and a lot of weak hand. So
right.
get comfy with it. You never know when you're going to have to pull a Mason Lane and shoot a whole match strong hand.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
You
Yeah,
know,
that was wild actually watching him do that. So,
dude, it was nuts. It was
hmm
nuts.
which
I
I think.
uh I
Go ahead.
watched him shoot, and I was like, "Why is he only using one hand?" Because I just kind of walked in on a stage, and then I saw him all fuckered up, and I was just like, "This dude's a savage," and he was getting it. I mean,
Yeah.
he finished what 70 some odd percent, high 70s or something like
Hmm.
that, strong hand only.
Right.
That's a pretty
It's.
savage
I
thing.
think it'd be a lot easier for us with open because if we just needed to reload straight down, we could use that stuff. But during that time with the carry optics, they couldn't have done it. But
Hmm.
that was pretty
Yeah,
neat.
yeah, it was definitely interesting to say the least. Everybody's
Hmm.
talking about you rocking a cutoff shirt with a mullet, get the range pregnant.
Yeah, I mean, like I've rocked the Crocs and I've rocked the Hawaiian shirt with like real short, crazy shorts when I shot carry optics for the first time. But other than that, I don't know
Yeah, I
if I
think
could. I don't.
I think I saw a picture of that in the
Yeah.
cutoff shorts with the Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, with the flow just looking nice.
Right. Yeah.
So
Had the
somebody said, "What's the drink?" Siler said he's guessing Tito's and Mountain Dew. Does he know you really well?
It's
Tito's.
Tito's, but it's Sprite.
Oh, well, I'm drinking Sprite, but no
Yeah.
Tito's.
Bummer. Best American vodka in the game.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I was gonna bust out the bourbon for this one, but I wanted to keep it on the rails for at least halfway
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
So,
I'll be good. I only had like a half a bottle, so. But
so
not left, just half a
it's
bottle.
like half a bottle. Jesus Christ, this is gonna be a Go Fast Don't Suck episode all over again.
Craig. Of course, Craig.
Craig said, "Can he be your friend?" Yeah, of course. Silas said, "Discuss your thoughts on jorts."
So I've had them, but they're kind of just they're more for just joking around, I think, not actual fashion. Unless you're going out as a big joke, I don't think that they should be worn.
Yeah,
But
I would be lying if I said I didn't have a pair for certain
I mean, I've
occasions.
got a pair, but it's like you're going to the golf course and you're trying to get absolutely hammered with your flow going. So that was kind of I done them because I got a legit mullet cut into my hair, so I was like, you know what, I need to rock some jorts with this.
Show us the flow, man. Show us the flow. We got to see it.
So it's just see, I got the mullet cut in, but
Hmm.
I kept it long because I'm probably gonna have to cut it off, and I was like, I'll keep a regular haircut
You're
afterward.
gonna
But
you're gonna cut that off
yeah, I've actually got a court for a speeding ticket, so I was like, I need to look presentable. But
for a speeding ticket? Fuck that. Pay the
yeah,
$300 and move on.
man, I got to keep it off my record, man. I had a really bad one 3 years ago that's like killed me. So I'm like, I got to keep everything off right now.
A little bit of
Yeah.
street racing there, buddy.
It wasn't street racing, but it should have been kind of thing. So
Hmm.
little
Yep, been
double the
there.
speed limit, reckless driving, 6 months supervised probation. It was good stuff to try and keep it off the record, but still was on there for a
Oh
while.
yeah, yeah. That one will
Yeah.
hurt. Yeah, I would if I was a judge and I saw you walk in with that sweet ass mustache and that mullet. I'd let you off of. I don't care if you were there for capital murder. You're getting off.
Sweet.
I'd be like, "There's not enough evidence. Case closed. Let this guy back out into the wild. We need those genes being spread, not stuck in prison."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
God, word.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's get to. We're gonna go over accomplishments real quick because usually I do that in the very beginning, but I forgot.
There's
So,
not very many.
hey man, they're there. They're there. That's all that matters. But you've only been shooting for really 2 seasons.
Yeah.
You know, so
First,
and
first season, so it was like I had started shooting open. That was the Arkansas match, and like first started. That was like 2 weeks after I had started shooting open. It was
and that was
like,
in 2020 already.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, my like first season was 2018, but I was shooting limited minor with a Canic, and I think I only did
Mm-hmm.
like a few little matches here and there. And then
Yeah,
2019 is when it like, okay, now it's time to kick it into gear. Then I got
sure.
a 2011 and started going hard. So 2020 Arkansas, I believe the Arkansas sectional, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
First Open A. That was your first match in Open.
That was my first major match and first match in Open basically. So it was like,
14th overall. That's not a
hmm
bad way to start.
yeah, I was just behind kind of Shane Coley, so I was like, oh, well, this might actually be something then.
Yeah, so a little bit of natural talent right from the beginning. Which we'll cover practice in a bit because that was one thing that I got a lot of was tell that motherfucker to practice.
Yeah.
Tennessee sectional, ninth overall, second Open A,
Yeah.
second match.
Just behind my boy Workman in here.
I'm guessing second Open match,
Yeah, major.
major. Yeah,
Hmm.
we don't count locals.
Yeah.
And then Nats 60th overall at your first Nats. That's a solid finish.
Yeah, but I was definitely not happy with it. My first 2 days at Nats was just like, what am I doing here? Like I didn't, just it was such a big match and it was crazy. And then uh, third day, I just kind of went into it like, hey, I'm just gonna shoot it. Whatever happens. And like I jumped a bunch of places after that because I had a really good third day. So that I
Listen,
think,
man, if you were feeling bad about yourself at 2020 Nats, you should have just moseyed on down and watched me shoot because it was a shit sandwich and a half. It was fun. So I think that's where I first met you because I was talking to I can't remember who I was talking to. I think I was talking to Josh or somebody.
okay.
Maybe it was Christian. I don't remember. No, it was John Orman, I think. And then you walked up, and I was like, "Who is this bag of fucking sex appeal that just walked up?" So then we get into 2021, Area 6, fourth Open M, 18th overall.
Hmm.
Area 6 is a banger of a match. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a heater.
There's a lot of good shooters out my way, so it's kind of that was a good reference to where I was. I was wanting to for the year. I was wanting to see where I was at there.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's kind of generally what people use that match for. The Florida Open and Area 6 are very
hmm
early. So, and I think Dragon Cup is going to be another one of those where those
yeah,
three
I'm
matches are kind of where you figure it
mhm.
out.
Yeah, I definitely want to go shoot Dragon Cup this coming
Dude,
year.
you got to.
So
Dude, hit me up when you're booking everything and I'll throw
sweet.
you on my squad. It's going to be a fucking heater of a squad.
All right.
It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a bunch of degenerates with really expensive guns and no morals.
Yeah.
So then we get to South Carolina sectional, fourth overall, first M, and that's where you got your GM bump.
Yeah. So Area 6 and South Carolina both were on classifiers, or were not the classifiers that were bumped me to GM. So I was pretty excited about that to do it off of match bumps because it wasn't actually a match bump, but it was off the classifier. Everything bumping
Yeah.
me up.
Well, that's a match bump. If
Yeah.
that match goes in as a classifier, so that's how I went from B to A to M.
Hmm.
No GM yet. I'm still holding out.
Yeah.
Washington State high overall, which is where you beat Panda.
Yeah. Shout out to Steiner.
Shout out to Steiner, you fucking nerd. And then Great Plains Open.
Hmm.
You won that,
I second overall by like a couple points. I had a little
but
too much of this,
you
but
won
one open. Yeah,
Open.
yeah. One
Yeah,
open. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, you won Open. That's all that matters. High overall is cool and all, but
Hmm.
sometimes take the Open win and go. And then Area 1, which was just
Two
last
weeks ago.
week or
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. Yeah. Fifth overall and second Open behind Seiler.
Yeah. Terminator
Uh,
6.0.
yeah, we're not going to mention in percentages because it'll make us all feel
Yeah.
shitty.
Yeah.
And where you also beat Panda again.
Right. Shout out to Steiner again.
Yeah, shout out to Steiner. You suck. I didn't beat you, but Conway did. So, and he
Yeah.
doesn't even practice. How's that make you feel?
Yeah. He lets me
So,
know about it sometimes.
yeah. So, yeah, dude. If you want in on the Dragon Cup squad, just hit me up. Yeah, Rock Boys pulling up. I don't even know what that means, but I like it.
Yeah.
So let's go with why don't you practice?
Uh,
You just not have time?
it's not even that. It's just I've never really had anyone. Whenever I first started, I was practicing and dry firing and stuff, and then it was kind of like I got above everybody around me. That's like probably within 2 hours or so, 3.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was kind of like even if I went to practice, like I didn't feel like I was getting anything out of it. And same thing with dry fire, which I don't know. I'll still dry fire just every once in a while. Like if I'm going to a major and it's like unloaded table start or unloaded start, like I'll do 10 or 15 of them, call it good, and then whenever I get to the match at the safety area, I'll do some dry fire as well. But to practice, like I've just never had anyone to my level anymore that I could practice with that I felt like I gained stuff out of. But
Yeah.
Keith Tyler in here, he's in here earlier. They're moving from Washington like 15 minutes down the road, so I'll have Joseph Tyler and Keith Tyler to practice with before long. So I think that's going to get me in gear to
Yeah, man.
practice now.
Yeah, I think that first time I ever met him in person was at Area 1. The
Mm-hmm.
Tylers, man. They're good people,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
That kid's a stud. He's
yeah.
gonna
He's going to be pushing me at locals, which I'm ready for.
Yeah, that's a good thing. It's a good
Yeah,
thing. He's young, man. It's a young man's game. So how old are you?
24.
24. Damn, you're
Yeah,
younger than me. I thought we were about the same age.
no, 24.
I'm in my late 20s now, man. It's official.
Yeah, I mean,
It's all downhill.
I'm glad that I got in as young as I am, but then again, it's like I still wasn't as young as some of the kids, and I'm like, shit, I wish I'd have been learned about it a lot sooner.
I
But
know, dude. I got in when I was 25, and I was like, I'm already ancient compared to the dudes
yeah,
who've been
yeah.
shooting since they were like 8, you know?
Get a haircut, hippie. Hey, Jason, you shoot PCC, you can't tell me that.
Yeah, seriously. Anybody who shoots PCC doesn't have a voice. I'm just kidding. I love you guys too. You listen to the podcast too.
Yeah,
All right, so let's do some fun stuff.
sweet.
Let's go on to questions. So the first question I got is from Panda.
Oh, yeah,
So you know it's going to be good.
yeah.
So how do you feel knowing that you're inevitably going to lose to Panda?
He's gonna have to put in a lot of work, a lot more work than he already has. Because I mean, I'm actually gonna start working now, so that's gonna just put me even higher for him. So,
So let's make a bet. All right,
all
Panda.
right.
I hope you're listening. What we're gonna do is if you at the next match beat Brennan, then he'll shave the mustache.
Ooh. Oh, I've already done that. Not really for him, but I had like a main handlebar going for South Carolina, and then Washington was coming up, and I was like, man, it just sucks having to wear a mask in planes and stuff. So I was like, I don't want to have to like, you know, mess
Well
with
then
it. So I
then
shaved it. But yeah, I'll shave it. I'll shave it.
or we can do loser shaves everything except for eyebrows.
Ooh.
Head included.
Oh,
Head, face, everything.
I can't do the head. I can't do the head. I'll cut my hair. If he beats me at nationals, I'll cut my hair.
All right, you heard it here, Panda. If you beat him at nationals, he's going to cut his hair. Now, if he beats you, you have to shave everything, including your eyebrows.
Oh shit. I'm down for it. We'll thumbs it up or kind of thing.
All right, yeah, we'll get it going. Panda's got to agree to it, obviously. But and then when did you give up IDPA? Did you ever shoot IDPA?
I never shot IDPA. I want to go shoot it like, go somewhere like 3 hours away when nobody knows me and just show up and just hose everything because you're not supposed to do that kind of stuff just to see what all the old men say. But
It's funny. It's real boring. I've shot a couple IDPA matches. Listen, you're going to torch everybody by 40, at least 40%.
yeah, I've heard
That's
that
what
it's
happens every time.
yeah, I've heard that it's gotten a little better now that they've like started using fault lines and made it a little more normal. But
Yeah, I didn't shoot it until they had got rid of the cover rule where they put the fault lines down. So then I shot it like a USPSA match, just
right,
running my gun to empty and dropping the mags. Like I'll put 4 shots on a target to not do
yeah,
a gay reload, I'll
right.
just pop, 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 and then go. And it was bad. It was like a 42% ass whooping.
Oh shit.
And there was a lot of like, don't come back. We're not a fan.
Yeah.
They're like, you don't respect the rules and the majesty of the game. And I was like, you guys are fucking stupid.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of how Paul Kerr is. He's a real good buddy of mine. That's how he like goes and he just hoses everything, but he's like just so fast that I mean he can't really outrun, the down points or whatever, but dude's just so fast at shooting alphas or down zero or whatever that he just walks off from everybody. And they get mad at him like, you can't do that. He's like, why not? I mean, it's that you told me to shoot it this way, and that's what I done it. Sorry that I did it a lot faster than y'all, but
Yeah, that's like Bob Vogel, man. Bob Vogel He's just gonna shoot down zero a shit ton and shoot it like a USPSA match and just
Right.
toast
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
All right. So, what percentage of your power, since you don't practice
Hmm.
really and you don't dry fire, what percentage of your power is derived directly from that sweet ass mullet?
I would say at least 97%, probably.
97%. So
Hmm.
you're saying if you cut the mullet, you're just
Yeah.
back to C
I mean,
class.
yeah. I think that's
Okay.
what's going to happen. So if Panda beats me, then I mean he's just going to continue to beat me till it grows back out.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, just into the career right there. And then speaking of careers, I have a question. When will you start your career as Ron Jeremy's stunt double?
I, I don't. I think I probably know who that one was. So, but I'll get
uh,
him back.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Michael, I think so. It probably was.
Probably. I didn't write the names down. I just wrote the questions down.
Yeah.
Most of them. Well, I only wrote about 20% of them down because
Yeah.
a lot of them are hair related.
Hair related.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We'll end on that, so they'll have to listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. And then somebody asked what will it take to cut the hair, but obviously it's going to take Panda beating you.
Panda beating me, and that'll probably be it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's everybody will have to look up to Panda to beat me in that.
Yeah. He's going to have some work. He's going to have some work to do. I unfortunately have lost to Panda 2 weekends in a row. It was really hard for me not to just ask the pilot to crash the plane into the side of a mountain. And
I mean,
he beat me. It just is what it is.
Eric, he's a good shooter. He is a good
He
shooter.
is, man. He is. I give him shit, but I got a lot of respect for that dude shooting. He's a fucking animal. He's very consistent, is what it is. Like he's super duper duper consistent. He doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes.
He needs to speed up a little bit, running around and stuff. But other than that, I mean, he, like you said, he's super consistent, so it's working for him.
He's super consistent. He's very fast on the gun, which is good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What happened with the Hayes gun?
Don't want to talk about that.
Okay, good. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about so outside of shooting, what do you do? Like, what do you do for a living?
I run a sawmill here, and I'm the sawyer at a sawmill. And then I also do flying. So I'm a private pilot now, looking to be a commercial pilot. So I'm building time right now.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the way to go, man. Mel Rodero was a private pilot and a commercial pilot for a long time.
Yeah, I wish I could fly to more matches, but man, just the logistics of like once you get there, making sure you got somebody to pick you up. You know, how much is it going to cost to park the plane? You know, there's just all kind of different crap that goes on. But
so
luckily,
you have your own plane?
My father has a small aviation museum, so I'm kind of like the pilot that keeps them all going because he's like doesn't fly anymore. So I'm really fortunate in that aspect that I have planes to fly, but other than that, I mean, I can't afford to own them myself yet.
Yeah, I looked into buying a plane like probably 6 months ago. Just a little small plane that I could take to matches and shit.
Yeah, they're not terribly expensive. It's just the upkeep on all of them. So,
well, just storing them out here in Houston is outrageous.
Yeah, so we're very fortunate where I'm at. We're, small town Tennessee stuff. So, I mean, we've got a 100 by 100 hangar. And, I mean, it's super cheap. And we got a couple T hangars as well at the airport that we're at. But, I mean, it's like what we've got in all of our stuff, you probably couldn't have 2 T hangars in Houston for the price. So it's kind of, we're very fortunate with it.
Yeah, yeah. I looked into it for like a hot hour and was like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. Mm-hmm. Sounds cool. Sounds cool on paper. Be like, yeah, I got a plane, but then I got to learn how to fly it. And, I don't have time to do that. But dude, you're gonna be the sexiest pilot for sure. You're not married, are you?
No.
You are gonna run through flight attendants, son.
Yeah, FedEx is my end goal. They're actually based out of Memphis, so I'm on West Tennessee, so
that'd be
that's
dope.
That's kind of my end goal. They make a shit ton of money, so it kind of works out.
Hell yeah, Morgan's on here. What's up, Morgan?
All right, I'm gonna mute for just a second. I'm gonna pour some ice.
Hell yeah, go ahead. In the meantime, we'll go through here. Let's see. Somebody said you're also an amateur gigolo.
Nah.
And Magnus Shooting said that your mullet makes him feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
It gives that effect on most women, but I don't know about men.
Yeah, see, Devil Gunworks said you just get a Honda Grom and throw it on the plane when you go.
Throw it on the plane. That's how a lot of the backwoods people are doing nowadays.
The
So
backwoods people.
yeah, like they call them, bush pilots and stuff, Alaska and out in the Midwest and stuff. So it's pretty
Hell
neat.
yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I've always thought flying would be a fun job.
Yeah, it the cool thing about it is like you never, even around here locally, like I never see the same thing twice in the air. So I mean, you can take off and your scenery is always different in the sky, and then you'll be looking down like by your house, and you're like, well, shit, I didn't know that that lake was back there, or oh,
Yep.
I didn't know that all these people had all this crazy shit behind their house. It's pretty neat. Uh, that's why I enjoy it.
Neighbor's got a goddamn tiger.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, man, I've thought about it. I fly a lot. I probably take 40 to 50 flights a year.
Hmm.
And it seems fun. I like flying though, dude. I enjoy the shit out of it. It's a lot better than driving.
Yeah. Yeah. Tate. I think he grew up in Dyersburg, which is like 45 minutes from where I'm at.
Hell yeah. So Tate's a Tennessee boy too. He lives in Alaska now. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
I mean,
No, thank you.
I've got some friends that are up there right now, and they've been posting pictures on Facebook, and it's like fishing at 10 p.m., and it's like bright ass sun. I'm like, bro, I would hate that. I've got to go home at some, or go to sleep at some point.
That's what he was saying is it's light like 22 or 23 hours out of the day. That
Yeah.
sounds miserable. Dude, blackout curtains are a hot commodity up there
Yeah.
for real.
Right.
I couldn't do
For
it,
sure.
man. I couldn't do it at all. So let's talk about kind of your aspirations for the rest of the year. What are you looking for as far as kind of your goals for the end of the season?
Yeah. So I've got the Georgia State match. Got I think KC and Vlieger are both shooting it. So, and it's end of September. So it'll be kind of give me a month before nationals to see where I'm at against some of the top guys. Want to do well there, and then at nationals, like top 16 is minimum goal, top 10 is a real good goal, and higher would be great. So that's kind of what my aspirations are for the rest of the year, and probably take a break for a little while and try and finish out all my ratings for flying after nationals, and then start a real career. So
Hell yeah.
and then shoot when I can.
Hell yeah. That'll work.
Yeah.
Dude, top 16 is a good goal. That's actually my goal this year as well. Is top 16 is kind of where I want to finish at a minimum. Yeah, the official USPSA shooter of Trojan brand condoms. I saw that. That was a good one. Yeah, come train with Siler and the boys in September. Get you right for natties. That would be a good one. That would be a good one.
Back to Seattle.
Oh shit, back to Seattle. That was an expensive trip, dude. An expensive trip for a really nice level 1.5.
Yeah. I kind of freaked out because like I had booked, bought the match and then was going to buy my ticket for the plane and then a rental car. And so like the plane ticket was like $350, not terrible. And then I get to the end and it's like a rental car and I'm like, all right, for 5 days, that's about how long I'm going to be out there. And I got to it $998 for like the cheapest thing. I was like, oh shit. So I started calling up people that I knew out there. I was like, hey, please let me get a ride. And so ended up Mark Bradley helped me out a lot and rode across with him. And then so it was sweet.
Yeah, that hurt whenever I saw the rental car. I was like, well, fuck. Luckily, I split it all with Chase, the hotel and the rental car.
Yeah.
But
it was like, holy shit, what's going on there? And then I got to thinking, I was like, well, the computer chip deal with all the cars, and then how the rental companies have like sold all their cars off because of the demand for vehicles. So I was like, can't really, blame them too much because they're making money, but then again.
So there's a debate going on between who's the sexiest guy in USPSA, you or Josh Curtis. Listen, I'm gonna put this out there. If I was a chick, I would strap myself to Josh Curtis's face.
Yeah.
That dude is a stud, but you are a close second, my friend. You got him beat in the flow department for sure. If he keeps a hat on, it's a close race. If he takes his hat off and you take your hat off, I think you just go up just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
especially if he's wearing like baggy clothes and you can't see how fucking yoked he is.
Yeah, I was gonna say that guy, man, he's big for sure.
Yeah, I have him in my phone as Joshua Yoke
Is he
instead of
all?
Yost.
That's good.
Yeah, yeah.
So we
Can we
make
make a
USP.
USPS account? That would be a good one. I'll do it. Fuck it. I'll pay for all of it. Let's do it, dude. We'll do a photo shoot at Nationals.
Sweet.
Um, yeah. So anyway, back to shooting. So yeah, top 10 I think is a realistic goal, man.
Yeah.
Area 1 was a good match, ish. It's
I would.
hard. It's really hard to gauge yourself at that match.
Hmm. Yeah, there was a lot of like run to a position and stop and shoot stuff, and then run to the next position, which I'm not. That's not my forte. I'm more of a flow kind of person.
Yep.
So that kind of hurt me a lot. But I mean, you've got to be good at it all. So
Hmm.
that's the thing. With the
Yeah, that was my biggest thing is my best aspect of my shooting is when I can move.
hmm
And I mean, we saw that shit, the movement stage at the match. I won the damn thing.
Yeah.
All the standing and shooting stuff, it's just something I'm not that good at right now, which is something
hmm
I'm now working on like a fucking
Yeah.
ape.
Which it's fundamentals. I've had a couple people like just straight up tell me, "Hey, you fucking suck at this. You need to
Hmm.
work." And it's like, okay, yeah, I'll start working on it. So at locals, I mean, that was all I had started working on was like I would quit shooting on the move as much and just run to a spot and just try and hose everything because they're like, that's what you need to work on. So that's what I had started doing.
I didn't have anybody tell me I sucked at it besides myself. I just watched footage and was like, wow, I really blow penis at this.
Yeah, I mean, I had told myself that, but then it's like actually having someone else like say, "Hey, you fucking suck at that," and then it was like, okay, yeah, I really need to start working on that.
Yep. Abso-freaking-lutely. Somebody asked,
Yes, Josh, it was Tom
what
Castro. Tom Castro's the one that done that.
did what?
It was like, you fucking suck at standing and shooting. You need to work on it. And I was like,
Oh yeah, yeah,
yes, sir, Tom.
yeah. His question was, when are you gonna actually fucking practice and quit wasting your
Yeah,
talent?
right. Yeah, he's one of my real good buddies. He's kind of who like I would say that he's one of the reasons that like I started taking the sport a lot more serious. He just straight up asked me, he's like, "Hey, what's your goals for this sport?" And I was like, "I don't know, to have fun." He's like, "Well, you might as well just fucking quit and sell everything right now." I was like, and this was the first time I ever met him. And so it was like him saying that, I was like, damn, we're going to be really good friends. And so after that, it was like I kind of took it a lot more serious, started taking locals a lot more serious. It wasn't just a hangout. Started really working on his practice. And so after that, that was kind of my takeoff. So I thank him for that.
Tom's a fucking savage, dude. He's a fucking savage. That guy.
Yeah,
He seems like good people to have around.
yeah. So like a lot of people don't really know about like how loud and stuff is at matches, and that's like squadding with him, which especially squad. I was behind him at Area 6 and South Carolina both. So Castro, Conaway. I mean, it was just like we're back to back. So it was like I was having to follow him, and dude, he just rips his freaking carry optics gun. So like having to follow him, it kind of showed me a new speed as well with how fast I really need to be going for that top level. Because the guy, I mean, he come from PCC and he shoots a carry optics gun just like he shoots a PCC. Like it's
Yep.
wild how he just crushes it. So I'm really excited to see how he does. Excuse me, at Nationals this year. I think he's going to do really well.
I'll tell you a story about how I met Tom and when I decided that I really fucking liked Tom.
Mm-hmm.
I met Tom at Nats. I think I can't remember who introduced me to him, but they were like, "Hey, this is my boy Tom. Blah blah blah. Y'all should get together. Y'all seem like similar people." I was like, "Oh yeah, we hit it off a little bit."
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
I posted a video of me shooting at a local match, and I was like, "What do you think I can improve on from what you see?" And his answer was, "You shoot too fucking slow." And I was like, okay. I was like, elaborate. He was just like, pull the fucking trigger faster. I was like, okay, all right, I dig it. He was like, you're shooting open, not fucking production. Let that shit rip, Tater Chip. I was like, okay, yeah. Did we just become friends? Yeah, I think we did.
Dude,
I was like, all right, cool.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he's good. He's good
But
people.
people ask me about him. I'm like, well, it depends on your attitude towards the sport. I mean, like you're either gonna love him or you're gonna fucking hate him, because
Yeah,
like his
if you're here just to have fun and not take it serious, Tom's not your guy.
yeah, I say that, but or you say that, and but I agree and disagree because like he's there to have fun, but dude, it's like whenever it's two shooters before him, it's just silence. He puts his
Hmm.
headphones on. You don't talk to him until he's done shooting. But then after we are goofing off, it is the funnest squad to be on. But whenever it's time to shoot, it's time to shoot.
Yep.
So there's a lot of people that I don't feel like know how to take him that well. But he is a great instructor for people and a great, just all around person to help you out with different stuff. So
Yeah, Tom Castro Shooting Academy.
yeah, yeah,
I'll plug it in
good,
here.
good plug.
Yeah, if you're what area is he in? Does he travel? Does he
Uh,
travel though? Yeah, he does because he came down here I think for a class. He taught a
yeah, I
class
don't.
down here not too long ago.
It's either happened or it hadn't just yet. But yeah,
Yeah,
um,
I
he's
think he did.
he's out of I think Clearwater, Florida or something.
Hmm.
Just outside of Orlando or something. But his academy's online,
Hmm.
so you just send him videos into the group, and then he tells you what to work on, gives everybody homework and stuff. So
Looks like Orman's a little upset that you said that was the most fun squad. Now he's
yeah,
getting
no,
Curtis in here too. You got some splaining
that
to do, buddy.
yeah, no, no, we had really good fun at Area One for real. I mean, it was super chill, and then getting to hang out after the match, before the match, especially Saturday afternoon. That was really good friends.
Yeah, yeah.
There was
We
a lot of tequila on his side and vodka on my side consumed. So
hell yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, I enjoyed the shit out of my Area One squad. I
yeah,
had the AMU guys, Coley, Chase, Isaac Lockwood. He's a fucking beast. It's
hmm
the first time I ever met that guy. He's a hoot.
didn't was the Joel a kid on there? When he on that
Yeah,
squad?
yeah. We had a young kid Joel on there.
hmm
Yeah,
I think he'll be pretty. I've watched him at Washington, and he looked like he was doing really well for basically
he's
just getting in the open.
yeah
But
he's a really really good shooter, but I don't think he was shooting with me, Dex,
yeah,
John.
trying to keep up.
He was really trying real hard to keep up with that speed, and it just you could tell the lights went out a couple times where I was just
Yeah,
like, don't do it, don't do it.
yeah,
Finally I
yeah.
went up there and was like, dude, just shoot your game, dude, stop watching
Right.
us. I was like,
Yeah.
it's not, you don't want to do
It's
the shit we do.
it's good to shoot with a lot better people than you, but I think it's only at locals, because it's bad to do it at a major because you get sucked into like trying to go that
Hmm.
fast. And it happened to me at area 6 with Tom, because like that dude was just crushing time, and I'm just like, dude, I gotta keep up. Like I'm shooting an open gun. This dude's shooting a plastic fantastic canic. Like
Plastic fantastic.
so
That's gonna go on a shirt.
yeah.
I'll give you
Yeah.
a, I gotta get a silhouette of your face and then put a
But
canic
you gotta
next to it.
put a little bit of a mullet in there as well.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of mullet. It's gonna be your head and then just the flow.
For the flow, right?
Yeah, and it's gonna say plastic fantastic.
Yeah. Would you have to
People
put
can
you have to
take it
put
what they will.
Tom's, yeah, right. Take it how they will. Shit.
But yeah, I mean yeah, that dude rips, man. I'm starting to be I don't know,
Shy.
I up until recently I was an 18-20 split max type of dude, and now I'm starting to find some real heat with the splits. It was all in my grip is what it was.
Yeah. So practicing with Christian on Thursday and Friday, like that guy has unlocked something with his grip, like just nothing. Because like watching myself shoot my gun, and watching how it recoils and how it has a little bit of a up down, and then I handed my gun to him and it was just flat, and I was like, how'd you do that? How'd you make my gun do that? And so that's something that I'm gonna start working on here for long, is big on grip, because I think that's where I start to relax just a touch when I'm shooting, which, conscious, subconscious stuff, takes over. And I think that my subconscious is really letting go on my grip towards the end of stages.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I
Dry
think that's,
fire, baby.
yeah, I got to do it, Pit Vipers, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I just couldn't split fast, and it was all due to my grip. I actually, after talking with Graffel changed up a few things in my grip and was like, just work on this. And then
Hmm.
next thing you know, I went to go practice, and I was just like, yak, yak, yak. I was like, oh, what the fuck was
Yeah.
that? I was like, oh man,
Which,
12s and 13s are there. I just gotta have it,
yeah. So is he like telling you to do the whole, push pull crazy
No,
grip stuff, or was it like just
no,
something for you?
it was something for me. He asked me a shit ton of questions about how I grip the gun and what I'm thinking about and feeling and blah 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 blah. And it was just like, hey, do X, Y, and Z, and
Hmm.
let me know how it goes. And
Yeah.
I dry fired it for like 2 days, and then I went and did it live fire. And next thing you know, it was just so easy to rip fast splits.
Yeah.
And then it was easier just to shoot the gun overall because the dot was flatter, it was tracking better, it seemed a little more manageable on the move, and I was just like, "Hey, we're great." And then he was like, "Great," and then now I'm really gonna fuck you up. And then he was like, he was like, "This is how you should be gripping the gun. Work on it slowly but surely over the next 2 years, and you'll eventually get it. But keep doing the other grip. Just work on this one like once a week until it makes sense." And that
Yeah.
crazy, his version of it, like it's his grip, but when you do it for the first like 3 months, it feels retarded,
Hmm.
and then eventually something clicks and it just feels great. And I'm
Yeah.
kind of blending those, like when it's a long field course and I'm doing a lot of shooting on the move, I'm gripping the gun like he's gripping it. And then when it's like a short fast stage and I really need to unlock some six splits, then I go back to my old grip right now. So
Yeah.
I'm kind
Hmm.
of in this weird limbo.
EG ain't touching that. That's right.
3-time champ Eski.
All right. Yeah. Practice.
EG
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
EG ain't touching Sailor.
I agree. That's my
Yeah,
boy.
I love Sailor, dude. Listen, I love Sailor to death. EG is gonna be, it's gonna be a fucking race. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see it. I think if anybody's got a chance of beating each other, because like they're both so dominant, I think Christian won't lose unless it's against Eric Graffel, and Eric Graffel won't lose again unless it's against Christian.
Yeah.
That's
I
kind
agree.
of
I
my
agree.
thoughts on it.
Yeah. I think the cool thing about with Christian is like Christian really doesn't he doesn't have anything to lose. Like
Nope.
he has everything to gain, but I don't think he's gonna lose. I mean that kid he's Terminator 6.0. That's what or Terminator 4.0 6.0 beta. Because that guy is just he's something else. Like John said, if you hadn't practiced with him, you don't understand how he's a Terminator, and that shit is wild.
Yeah, he's
So
different. He's different. He's definitely different. Uh,
I agree there.
Somebody said he's a cheat code.
No, the
Yeah,
hasn't EG hadn't shot against someone like Christian. I do agree there because it's like Christian has really figured something out, like on a new kind of level, and I don't think that anyone in the United States is even close to what he's figured out at such a young age. Which is the crazy part about it is he has years and years and years to just keep getting better, better, better.
yeah, because he's
So
what, 20,
he's 21 now, yeah.
21 now. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So that's young, man.
Yep.
It's very very young.
Which it makes me feel bad because it's like shit. Now I'm just gonna have to keep getting killed by some kid because it's like everyone always is at locals for me, especially. Oh, you're just a young gun. You're just young. And I'm like, dude, there's kids beating me though. So
Yep. Yeah, I shoot with the older guys, and they're like, "Oh, you're so young," and I'm like, "Man, there are 15-year-olds that are gonna come through here in about
oh
another
yeah,
hot 5 years
yeah.
and start
Especially
dominating everybody."
all the ones in Steel Challenge right now. Sheesh.
Look at kids like Gianni, dude.
Oh yeah,
The kid's a fucking savage, and he's still a good child.
yeah.
Literally, hasn't paid a tax one.
uh,
Yeah,
so
definitely pay for a
what?
silent class.
Right, and then Workman, you got to be different to be gapping motherfuckers like that. Yes, agreed.
Yeah, I'm excited
But
to see nationals this year, man. I'm excited to see what happens. It's
you
gonna
think
be.
I'm wondering if Eric's gonna come or not. I hope he does. That way Christian can beat him. But then again, I also hope not, just because I hope that that actual match happens at the World Shoot. That's kind of my outlook
Yeah,
on it.
yeah. For Christian's sake, I hope it doesn't happen at the World Shoot because the World
Yeah.
Shoot is a shit ton of stages over a lot of different days, and it's a totally different type of shooting, and it's Eric's world.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it'd be better for him to get the first one out of the way at like a nationals. You know what I mean? At a USPSA nationals, because then it's USPSA shooting, not IPSC. It's a little bit different rule set. It's a little faster.
Mhm.
It's a little more flowy. I think if it happens on home turf first, I think that's definitely a good benefit. Because then think about the confidence level and the benefit if he beats Eric here first
Yeah.
before the World Shoot.
Yeah. I agree there.
And then if he loses to Eric, then okay, now you've got a
Now you got
whole
the.
year
You were
to
right.
figure out how to beat the guy.
Mhm.
You know? Yeah, I think Eric said he wasn't going to come if the World Shoot happened. Now that the World Shoot's not happening, he's coming. I'm almost
Yeah.
positive.
We'll see.
Yeah,
But it'd
yeah,
also be
it's
good,
gonna be
good for little guys like us that are like, okay, now we get to see where we're at against Christian as well as a world champion. So.
Eric. Yeah, I would love to shoot against Eric. If I don't get to shoot against Eric at this nationals, I'm gonna go shoot the Extreme Euro Open next year and shoot
Mhm.
against him there.
I don't have the funding for that just yet.
Yeah, yeah.
But we'll get there.
I got a sugar mama.
Yeah, sweet.
Hashtag benefits.
Right?
But we kind of got into training and shooting and all that. Let's talk about this season, man. What's your favorite match you've shot so far this season? Not from a performance aspect, but like a match aspect.
Probably the best match I shot was actually Kentucky. Um, all the stages had at least 3 ways to run it.
I like
Um,
that.
they had distance. They had, crazy sequence stuff for, kind of like how the monkey stage was at Area 1, like crazy swinger, max trap kind of stuff. Uh, they had kind of short courses. I mean, that was probably one of the best matches that I've ever shot that had a lot of variety in what you could do to separate yourself, as well as, you know, they also left it to where even if you shot it all 3 different ways, you kind of were still the same time wise, points wise, however it worked out. So I think that was probably the best, most fun match I've shot. I just shot terribly at it.
Hey,
Hey,
man.
yeah, that was the meme video of me falling. That was at that match.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
rough business.
yeah, started out the day and it was just like wasn't going well. The first like 4 or 5 stages I was like, man, I'm just not shooting well at all. And I've been because I was shooting Vlieger was at that match and I was like, I kind of want to see where I'm at with Vlieger for this match. And I think it kind of got in my head and I was just trying to shoot above what I could and ended up crushing me. And so I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna shoot raw time now. So walk up to the stage that I had fell on, and I was like, what did Vlieger shoot this in? They're like 13 and a half seconds or something. I'm like, you want to see it in 10? The ROs are like, the ROs look at me and they're like, dude, what? I'm like, you want to see it in 10? They're like, well, yeah. I'm like, all right. So I started doing it. Fall, get up, finish the stage, and I'm like, what's the time? 15. I'm like, it would have been 10.
Would have been 10.
So, but after
Oh,
that,
I love it.
it was just kind of downhill from there. Which I mean, I shot decent after that, but the first like 5 stages, it was a shit show. But yes, tell us about Kentucky though. This Make Ready PT, that's the guy that makes the Savage Fall videos with Saving Private Ryan.
Oh my God.
That guy. I told him I wasn't fucking talking about it, but
Make Ready PT. If you send
yeah,
me that after this so I can post it, you'll be my best friend.
yeah. So he made like the first one that was just the sniper and Saving Private Ryan and he shoots me, but then I was like, hey, I'd kind of thought that it'd be cool to make one of like the Grand Theft Auto, like whenever you get killed, it says wasted. So
Oh
he put the
yeah,
wasted on the end of it. I was like, fuck.
I like it. Yeah, send me that, dude. That's
Yeah, I
good
will.
shit. And then the Baywatch one had me rolling, dude.
Oh yeah, with
The
Aaron. No, yeah,
Baywatch
that
had
one
me
was
rolling.
that
I
one was
was
pretty
fucking dead when I saw that.
good.
I saw that and I was just like, oh yes. That's
Yeah,
incredible.
that's what
I was gonna
Eric.
repost it, but I was just like, I don't know if he'll be cool with me reposting this. I didn't know how you felt about it.
Yeah, so Eric, he was like, dude, this will be so good whenever you take off, turn around, start off running. It'll be like Baywatch with your hair just flowing in the wind. I'm like, all right. So it's funny, like in my video of the stage, you see Eric like way up there. He's like chilling with it. So it's pretty funny.
Hell yeah. So that was your favorite. My favorite was also probably one of my not worst performances. I had a equipment failure. My fucking dot was like, nope, not today, Satan.
Oh yeah,
Just stop holding zero.
yeah.
Uh, and then I figured out it wasn't holding zero. So then I shot everything Kentucky windage because
So
and that
I
was
kind of,
Dragon's Cup.
oh shit, I'd kind of found out at Kentucky actually that I needed to start holding Kentucky windage. So it was like I pull up on this. It was a stage that had a 40-yard target, and it was surrounded by steel with steel behind it as well. Full size target, but it's 40 yards. So I finish on it, and I'm like, prep, 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 break, prep, 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 break. Just like I'm finishing on it. There's no reason for me to have misses on it. Pull up, just dead center of the target. Boom. The left side center steel has got a print on it. I'm like, I know I'm not yanking the trigger. Like I'm purposely ended on this target with trigger prep so I wouldn't have misses. So I like hold to the right side of the target and hit dead center. And then in recoil, I thought that I was far enough right and it ended up nicking the steel. So I had a miss on it. So I'm like, that's kind of weird. Next stage had like it was like a 25 to 30 yard mini popper and I kept missing. I was like, dang. So I held off to the right of it, hit it dead center. I'm like, I don't think I'm yanking the trigger that bad. I know that I've shot enough rounds not to know to, pull low left. And so after the match, I didn't really think about it. Shot a couple locals and then went to South Dakota to shoot for the Great Plains match. And I got to a stage that had a 50-yard popper and a 45-yard popper and then 40-yard targets. And I was like,
Delicious.
I'm like, I've kind of been missing like to the left for some reason. I better hold off just a touch. So I'm Kentucky windage in a 50-yard partial. Hold the dot off like basically a foot down range. Boom, dead center. I'm like fucking sweet. All right, 45 one. Hold it just to the right side of it. Boom, dead center. I'm like fucking sweet. Let's go. So before area 1, I was like I need to sight in my dot. Sure enough, it was off like 6 clicks left and like 2 or 3 clicks up in vertical, and I was like, fuck, I've been having to shoot like this, but at locals around here, I never seen anything past like 15 yards, so it wasn't really affecting me.
You don't really notice it, yeah.
Yeah, so, but at distance, for sure I was. But yeah, I got that corrected for area 1 and didn't have to do any Kentucky windage, which was nice.
Hell yeah, yeah. So Tater actually is the one who figured it out. The first day we shoot, and I'm like, everything is in hardcover on zebras, just barely into the hardcover.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm calling good shots. I'm missing mini poppers at like 20 yards. I'm like, I don't do that. And then when we're done, Tate was like, hey, let me go shoot your gun. And I'm like, yeah, cool, because he wanted to see how the 9 major felt. He walks over, it's like a 15-yard, like 6-inch circle plate, and he shoots and is like, bro, you're like 6 inches left, 4 inches high. I was like, what? And I zeroed my gun right before I got there. So I'm like, there's no way. I shoot, sure enough. So I'm like, shit. So we re-zero it. And then I have Tater confirm that it's zeroed because I'm like, maybe I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
and then next day, first stage, crush it. Second stage, missing on mini, shooting everything left. It worked the 6. So then I figured out, all right, I'm 6 inches left, 4 inches high. So just shoot everything to the right.
Yeah, I had originally thought that I was just with the convex of Pandas, I put the new thumb rest on, and I was like, maybe it's just this motherfucker's thumb rest is making me fuck up. But it's not. I've been liking it a lot. I mean, it's pretty nice. Even though it's Panda, I do like his thumb rest a lot.
Yeah, well, Gianni made those.
Yeah.
So we'll say it's Gianni and Panda, but mainly Gianni. It's not 3D printed, so it came from the G-Man.
So is he like writing the code for the machines? I take it.
Dude, he's doing everything. So he actually I think he makes those like and then sends them to paint. I don't know how that works, but he's making them
Oh, okay.
all.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I got those on both my guns now. I've tried it all. I've actually got a YouTube video that when I have time, I'm going to finish up. Yeah, I got them on both my guns too. What kind of open
Yeah.
gun is that?
It's a Calhoun built. The guy doesn't really build anymore.
Hmm.
Uh, all CK parts. I mean, it's a really old gun. It's got like 120. I bought it used. It's got 120,000 rounds on it. So
Yeah,
I need to be getting a new one, but uh, I don't know. It just keeps ticking along. So
I know, man. We got the new 2.0s coming out, and my 1.0s, my match gun's at 114,000 rounds, and I'm
oh
like,
shit.
it just keeps going, man. Like,
Yeah.
do I want to retire this thing, old Goldie? And then
Mhm.
my backup guns are like 80 or something like that. I don't know,
Yeah.
but uh, but yeah, I tried all. I've tried all the thumb rests. I tried them all.
hmm
Besides the Akai one. Um, and
I don't. I've got their optic mount, but that was
yeah,
it.
that's the only
Because
thumb
there
rest I
were
haven't tried.
because I was originally running a Seymour slide ride, and I kept having like stovepipes, and I was like, fuck. And then the XL had like kind of not just come out, but like everybody started buying them again, and so there was no mounts. And then I had found an Akai, and that's why I'm running it. But
Yeah, John still hasn't broke. Are you talking about my gun? The only thing I've done is I blew my barrel up. It does have a new
yeah,
barrel in it. Oops.
haven't done that. I mean, I load on. So another thing, people are like, oh, you can't do this. You can't shoot coated bullets in an open gun. You
I
can't.
do.
I mean, that's sponsored by Black Bullet. Shout out to them. Shameless plug. Uh,
Shameless plug.
uh, so they can't. You can't shoot coated bullets out of an open gun. You can't not practice and make GM. You can't not dry fire and make GM. You can't do that. You can't load on a lead loadmaster. But
Heyo.
here we are.
Damn. No wonder you don't practice. You don't want to be making that much fucking ammo.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's funny. I've kind of prided myself on doing things people say you can't that can't be done. So I'm glad that I'm AGM and I'm glad that I'm competitive as I am, with the stuff that I've done. Because so, with every other sport that I've ever played, my parents have helped me out a bunch. But this is like my first fully self-funded sport. So like I've had to be on a budget. And
You
so,
broke bitch, get up aggressive.
bro, it's a
we
five
gotta
state. It's
we gotta
five
start we gotta start a GoFundMe for him to get a goddamn better press. Yeah, I'm running
I mean, if any,
1050 on the Mark 7,
yeah, I mean,
but
if anybody's got a 650 or 750, I'm with you right there. I mean, that's a five-stage progressive. So
yeah, pretty
I would,
much.
I
Hey,
mean, but the great thing about it is like, if it's like 650s and 750s, I feel like are always breaking. People are always like, oh, my
mhm.
index and whatever fucking broke. And I'm like, I ain't never done nothing. And I probably loaded 25,000 on it, which is not a lot, but it's still a bunch for a $250 press. So I'm like, if the shit breaks, I'm just going to fucking buy another one. I got a case
Yeah,
feed. I got a case feeder. I can order a bullet feeder for like $25, but I just don't because I like physically looking in my case to make sure I got powder and shit. But
John said, dude strips to afford major matches. Y'all get off his back. You
fucking
got to do what you
John.
got to do, baby.
Oh
I get
shit.
it, dude. The 1050 on the Mark 7 may go bye bye during the off season. I don't know yet.
So Chris Workman, dude, I shoot 9 millimeter in my 38. I do all sorts of weird shit. Oh man.
Yeah, you're shooting 9 major, right?
Right, yeah.
It's the only way to go. 38 super comps, gay as AIDS.
Yeah, I mean I can't afford it first off, and I don't want to have to pick up brass. So
Yeah, I don't know.
which
I've
I
shot
mean
I've shot 38. I've shot really good tune 38 next to really good tune 9 major guns, and I don't see a huge difference at all.
so I agree there, but I've also shot some 38 guns that are like, bro, this is fucking cheating. Like and 9 major, Mike, which we just said that. But yeah, like I've shot a couple Venoms that are in 38 and I was just like nothing. There's no recoil. And it's like I don't even have like a perfect grip, and it was still just jiggling. I'm like,
Yep.
fuck.
That's the goal.
And then Christian's Eddie, that was like, all right, I see why you shoot all these alphas, bro. So
It's all tuning, man. Tuning makes a
yeah,
huge difference. Spring rates and everything else, and load data, making sure your load is, because that's what people don't. People just load to make major. They don't load to
yeah.
tune it to their gun.
So like here, if I want like a really, really, really good flat shooting gun, I'll be at like 180 power factor. But then again, like I don't always run that because I don't want to put more wear on my gun than I need.
What powder are you
So
running?
Silhouette.
Change your
So
powder.
so the deal with that is with me shooting coated bullets with black bullets especially. So he designed his coating to be shot with certain powders under a certain flash point. So that's the biggest thing with people worried about, leading in their comp is you just need to be under a certain flash point of powder. So I mean anything under I think it's CFE pistol is good for, coated bullets. But Silhouette shoots really well. A7 is actually the best powder I've shot, but it's just so freaking dirty that, I mean, after 100 rounds, you basically got to completely tear down your gun to clean it. So that's,
I'm gonna send you some shit after this.
all right.
Send you some shit after this to check out. I think you'll like it.
All right, wait. Let's see. Yep, I can't tell the difference in 9 and 38. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, pressure is a big difference.
Me and Josh, the biggest difference.
Oh my God. All right, so let's talk about kind of what drew you to open of all things.
So I think that it was just kind of my style. Like I've always been into sports, played soccer for 14 years, and then I coached for 3 years after that. Played football, and so I mean, it was just I was always into just being super fast, everything fast paced, this and that.
Yep.
So got into shooting and figured out that I love to split the gun really fast, and was like, oh well, you can do that with limited, but you need to be in major. And I was like, well shit, I've got a minor gun. And then I mean, I don't know, it was kind of going fast, but also like open guns are the coolest thing you can get. So that's what I obviously want to have. But
It's Formula
I think,
One.
yeah. So I think that was more what drew me to open the most is you get to go really fast and you can be a little more sloppy, but still do well at the same time.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, so I'm guessing from the looks of the comments, we are going to do a calendar. So
Yes,
we'll have to put that together.
All right. She gets the hype. We're working on it now. Don't worry. Let's go. Hey, Jessica, she's on the up and up. She's gonna be one of the top female shooters for long.
Oh shit. Full Metal Jesse. Okay. Yeah, I have to check that out. Brennan on that cover though, right? Hell yeah. Have you on the cover with the flow? Wearing wearing cutoff slacks and captain's uniform
Yeah.
with a Hawaiian shirt underneath.
But it's got to be unbuttoned.
It's a cutoff. It's a cutoff, but it's unbuttoned. Do you have a lot of chest hair?
Oh, of course.
Then we'll just get the hamburger meat hanging out. Yeah,
the hamburger meat's got to be out for sure.
Yeah.
For
and then,
for sure.
Yeah, Josh, you're just belt and gun, nothing else. Belt, gun, and a ball cap.
Right.
Just overalls. Could you imagine if that actually got if that became a thing?
I mean, I don't care. I mean, if we make $100 off of it, I don't give a
Dude,
shit.
I'm willing to lose $1,000 just to make that happen. Okay.
Right.
I've spent more money on dumber shit.
I mean, $20 is $20, right?
Yeah, exactly. Jorts. Yeah, Mike, you're gonna be in jorts.
Yeah, I mean, Mike, you're probably the only one in jorts, bro.
Yeah, he is the only one in jorts. He tried to make it a team requirement at some point. The
Like I
people
said,
were not on
George.
fucking board with that.
Yeah, Jorts are like just a joke. I mean, that's when they can only be worn as like just joking around. I feel like.
Yeah, I bought a pair of those Jort things, man. They're comfortable, yeah, but
I took I
they
mean, are
hem
they
me
like
up and
stretchy? Are they
yeah,
like?
they're stretchy, but
Yeah.
whenever you squat down or you're like stretching out, dude, I got ginormous nuts, so they
Oh
dude, they
yeah.
rip into me, and I'm like, this isn't happening. The golf pants are bust, baby.
Yeah. It's I took a pair of like American Eagle, like the stretching American Eagle pants, and like cut them off, and I was like, that'll be my Jorts for the time being.
So
But
I've got American flag overalls that are Daisy Duke cut. You're welcome.
the overalls?
I've got American flag overalls that are Daisy Duke cut.
Oh shit. Well,
You're welcome.
so the over somebody was talking about the over. I've seen the overalls like closer to 4th of July kind of stuff where people were like American flag Daisy Duke overalls, and I'm like,
Yeah, I
that
got a
would
pair of
probably
those.
that
It's
would
pretty
probably be the
awesome.
move for sure.
Yeah, so on the 4th of July next year, we're gonna hold a local, and I'm definitely wearing that with nothing else. Nothing else. And it even has belt loops, so I can loop
Yeah,
my belt through it. Yeah,
there you go.
pretty dope.
That's sweet.
In the calendar, yeah, I'll wear it in the calendar. I'll wear that. Yeah, I'm dope. I'm down, dude. Don't tease me with a good time. I'm getting fit
Right?
again. I'm getting fit again, baby. I'm just starting to get a little bit
Yeah,
of
yeah,
muscle
yeah.
going on. Feeling good about myself. Starting to lose
4th of
this beer
July,
gut.
the 4th of July fanny pack. That's right.
Stars and bars, baby. So,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, you're fine.
Trigger every boomer fud. Yeah, dude. Yeah, those guys lose their mind real quick, bro.
Yeah,
Dude.
it is kind of it was neat though. Like the it's like I had bought a carry optics gun just to mess with a guy that said that I was only beating him because I shot open, and I was like,
You're gonna hate your life.
and so he actually got an open gun, and I like this was like his first match shooting open and my first match shooting carry optics, but I beat him by like I don't know. I'm not even gonna say the percentage because I don't even remember it to be honest. But I
Not
know
if
that
it was more than
but
10.
but I know that I beat him, and I was like, dude. But
How do you like them apples?
yeah. So that was the funny part about that shit. But the Crocs. I mean, I even wore the Crocs for the podcast. The American flag Crocs, bro.
I love it, dude. I love it.
But
John's wanting us to talk about blindfold dry fire. What is that?
oh shit, I don't even remember what he's talking about there. But I do remember Saturday or Sunday morning before we shot, Area 1 the third day. He and I both had a little bit to drink Saturday night
I
or
heard.
Saturday afternoon.
I heard Mama Seiler gave me the details.
Oh yeah. So
She was
we
hooting
inter-
and hollering about how fun you were to be around. You and
we
John. She was like, them boys are hilarious.
so we introduced her to the Southern ways kind of shit.
Hmm.
And so I got up and I had missed a couple reloads on day 2, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna dry fire. I'm like, Christian's got some dry fire mags laid right here on this table. I'm gonna have to fucking dry. So like I woke up at like 7:30, which we were waking up at like 4:30 a.m. Pacific time because it's basically 6:30 our time here. So it was just my normal
Hmm.
clock was kind of dicked, but so I woke up. I don't know if he's but at like 8 o'clock he gets up and he walks out the door and I'm just sitting in there fucking full kit on, jerseys on. I'm ready to fucking go at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting in there dry firing like crazy, and I'm like, bro, I'm tired of missing reloads. Like we're about to get it. So, but he come out, he's like, dude, why are you up so early?
Dude, you're Central Time just like me, dude. I
Yeah,
was the same way. I'm like, this sleep schedule's all fucked up. I just stayed on
yeah,
my here sleep schedule.
yeah. That's I mean, I tried to do that, but I got there Wednesday, so by Saturday, Sunday, it was kind of like, all right, well, I wake up, but then it's like, oh fuck, I can go right back to sleep. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
for
it
sure.
was pretty good.
Yeah, I got a funny. I'll post the video after this. I told myself I probably would post this anyway. But you remember the strong hand, weak hand stage from Area 1 where you came off the middle table?
I remember.
Yeah, so strong hand went well, right? And
Oh,
I came off, loaded to my magnet, right? Loaded from my magnet, everything went good strong hand. Went to the weak hand side, shot freestyle, loaded from my magnet, completely biffed. Like, here's the thing: when I went to put my mag on my magnet, because you were started loaded there, right? So you don't have to
Mhm.
do
Mhm.
anything. You just grab it, slap it, and shoot.
Yeah.
I missed my magnet completely.
Sweet.
So it just hit the dirt, and I'm like, fuck, bam, 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 bam. Go down, pick it up, go to insert it. It's backwards. Turn it around, flip it in, go
Yeah.
over here, no dot. Fuck, there it is. Bing, bing, bing,
Yeah.
bing, bing, bing. I was
So
like, oh my God.
so my strong hand went really well. My weak hand reload, like everything was going great. Reloaded, flipped the safety on as I'm pushing the gun out. So I'm like, fuck. And like it kind
Delicious.
of it's in your head. It's like I think that just happened. So I got whenever I flipped it off, like I had to kind of it like readjusted my grip.
Mm-hmm.
So like push the gun out, no dot. I'm like, fuck. So like try and readjust, no dot. I'm like, screw it.
Son of a
So
gun.
I'm like 4 seconds in of like staring at the open target, which is what I was shooting first. Just pull the trigger and I'm like, please have a dot and recoil. Please have a dot and recoil. I saw it as I was transitioning into the headshot and I was like, whew. But so I had a mic on that target and I was like, but I was like 4 or 5 seconds off the pace because I stood there for forever and I was like, please give me a dot, please give me a dot. But my hand was just so dick from trying to flip the safety off that
Yep.
it didn't work out. But
Fun stuff,
so
dude.
so therefore I will be working on weekend only stuff in locals now, as
Mm-hmm.
well as dry fire. So I know Christian, he was like big on my ass. He was like, you got to dry fire. So I'll send in our little group message kind of thing. I'll send a video of me dry firing and shit. So
Dry fire's big, man.
trying to get better. Try not to waste talent, like Tom says.
Yeah, I've been slacking on it lately, dude. Just busy with work and life and shooting every weekend, and haven't just been trying to do some live fire, but I'm about to pick it back up. Yeah, he said he was full hungover, got woke up to mags hitting the floor and slamming into the gun. That's fun stuff. Chase is famous for that shit, dude. Like, he's
Yeah.
the worst. Like, when you room with him, he has no regard for that your fact that you're asleep. He'll
What's
just
the
be
group
like,
message called? Rotten Boys.
he'll just not be able to. He'll just not be able to sleep and just start fucking pounding reloads at 3 a.m. I'm like,
Oh fuck all that
like, what are
now.
you doing, Dick?
I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, Rotten Boys. Is that what it's
Yeah.
called?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There's a story behind it, but can't be discussed. That's a bad thing.
I'm 100% positive I know the story.
I mean, you probably know the story, but it's like not to be
Yeah,
public.
yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. We'll talk about it off air. Yeah, there's just some things you don't discuss in public.
Right.
But look at John.
I mean,
Yeah, let's not. We have some kids that listen to this, unfortunately. As I get pointed out on every episode, I get at least one DM. My kid watches this, try to calm down. Nope.
uh, mm, don't let them watch
Oh yeah,
it.
don't let them watch it. I never agreed to be role model.
True. I
Uh,
mean, I try to help out with junior shooters a lot. Uh, there's a kid. He's 9, maybe about to be 10.
mhm.
Shoots PCC, but the PCC is bigger than he is, kind of thing. Uh,
I've
but
got one of those.
but that kid, oh my God, shooting steel. So like he's at the range where I started at, and they always shoot a fallen steel match every month. That kid basically beats everyone there with his PCC. I mean, there's some things I shot a local USPSA match, and so they had a swinger, and then they had like a 6-inch mini, like one of them little bitty mini ones, out at like 15 yards, and you could go activator, a paper, and then this little mini before the swinger comes out. Well, this kid, he just pulls it. He's left-handed, so it's even better. So he pulls up, he's and then yanks over to this mini, just boom, bang, and I'm like,
Hell yeah.
you just hit that kid. And so I'm recording him, and like at the end of his video, like I kind of like pan over to the mini. I'm like, that kid just hit that shit on the activator sequence. Like, he is 9 years old. Like, he's about to be the GOAT whenever he gets older. But
Oh yeah, I teach youth SASP,
uh-huh.
which is like Youth Steel Challenge, I guess. And I got a lot of youth kids there, and I'm like, just the parents are like, oh, the kids want to listen and watch the podcast. I'm like, don't do it. Don't let them do it. Listen, I will
But
be on point when I'm in this class, but when I'm
right.
not teaching your kids,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's
Sorry about your luck.
like my banging brass after dark.
We may have to change the show title.
Fuck.
We'll do some secret episodes, Banging Brass After Dark. That'd be a good one. Yeah, I don't know who lets their kids watch this, but that's definitely not good parenting. And then, yeah, that's funny. The bottom one's that's hilarious.
Kitty's on the way.
I'll shoot a child. I don't remember who I said that to. I don't remember what. Oh, I think who were we talking to? Oh, we were at the Hunter's Gold booth, and all the Ely guys were there too. And I can't remember who it was, but a youth shooter came up. I think it was Gianni. I don't remember who it was, but they were talking shit. They were talking shit, and I was just like, dude, I will shoot a child in front of all these witnesses.
Bro, didn't you get Gianni in a little bit of trouble at Area 1?
For what?
Something about some coffee.
Oh. Again, things we don't discuss on the podcast.
I'd heard about that shit. I was like, that shit's gold.
It was funny.
I'd
yeah.
actually it was an ex at ex now. We went to Oregon and same shit, dude. We're driving back to the airport like 4:00 in the morning, and she's asleep in the passenger seat, and I'm driving, and like I'm driving by, and I'm like, I see this this little shack, and I'm like, and I see all these people lined up. It's like 4:00 in the morning, like I said, and I drive by, and then I see the worker bent over, making some coffee. I'm like, I about wrecked the fucking. I'm like, I don't even like coffee, and I'm about to go get some. What are you talking about? So when I heard about that, I was like, I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yep. 2 mags, 1 pouch. Oh yeah, that's who it was. It was Monster at Low Cap Nationals. So it was Lil Monster. Have you seen her? She's a beast.
Yeah,
she was talking shit, bro. Like mad shit to everyone. Duda in particular, just breaking Duda's balls. And I don't remember what happened. I think I ran the gun dry. It was the first because shooting limited 10, right?
okay. Low cap
limited, low cap nationals. I was my plan was 10, 10, 8, 10. Start with 11 in the gun. I shot a makeup shot on the first 10. Did my reload. Realized, hey, there's nothing in the chamber. Rackety rack. Shot the 10. Did my reload. Shot the 8. Did my reload. Finished out right. But I ran the gun dry, and she was just like, "Golly, you fucking suck." Or something like that. And I was just like, dude, I will shoot a child right here, right now. I will fucking end you. I will commit a late term abortion right here.
Oh shit. You ever tried not doing that, man?
Oops. Yeah. It was funny. And it was while I was live on the streaming. Oh, dude. By the time I got back to my phone from scoring, I had like 15 DMs and like 10 text messages. Yeah, like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I'm like, oh my god, dude, shut up. Bump fire king. Yeah, dude, I figured out I can bump fire that limited gun on command. Like spicy. Just to the point where it sounds. I posted a video and somebody goes, "Did you only take one shot at that target?" And I'm like, "No, there's 2 there." And they're like, "No, watch it. It's bad." And I left it that way. I was like, that could come in handy later on down the road.
Right. Yeah. So my limited minor gun, like I've only had it bump fire one time, and I was like, but the great thing about it was the last round of a local. So it was like draw to it wasn't a draw, but right at the end, index on this 6-inch plate at like 15 yards, and I was like,
Oops.
Oops. Oops. And unload so clear, okay, I'm going to the house. Thank y'all. But never had it happen again. But I was like, damn, I wish that would happen more often. That would be pretty sweet. But
Yeah, like Joseph said, 60% of the time it's on purpose every time. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
The first couple times I did it, I didn't realize what was causing it to do it. I'm like, fuck, am I getting hammer follow? And I'm like, no, because it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
one. And then I figured it out. I don't remember what. I think I went to the demo area, and I was just like, let me see what's going on here. And I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of neat. Don't do that
Yeah.
when I'm
Yeah.
shooting limited 10.
Uh,
I have
run
extra
through all the
rounds.
ammo right quick. Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. But what's your favorite funny moment from a match?
Probably that fall, to be honest. And I think that it was just everything that had to do with like the leading up to that of me going, hey, what was John Vlieger's time? And they're like, 13 and a half. I'm like, you want to see it in 10? They look at me like, you're fucking crazy. Like, you can't do that. I'm like, what
Watch
was
it.
this? I was like, you want to see it in 10? So I think that was probably the funniest thing that's happened to me in shooting, because it was like I didn't try to catch myself. I was like, I'm not driving the gun in the gravel. I'm not driving my weak hand in the gravel, because then I won't be able to grip the gun. So, dude, I just took it straight to the chest. I was like, all right, all right, all right. And I don't know if you've ever like fallen in that kind of situation, and it's like your mind just like slows everything just down to
Oh yeah,
nothing.
feels like it's
And so,
happening at
yeah,
Mach 0.
and I'm so like I'm falling. I'm like, all right, fingers off the trigger. Oh, we're coming close to the ground. Don't touch the gun. Don't hit your hand. And it's like, ooh, you hit, and it's like, okay, the gun didn't go off. I didn't break the 180. I'm not hurt. Let's get up and finish. But I mean, the best part about it was it knocked the breath out of me. So like I finished the rest of the stage, like trying to catch my breath, and I get to the end, and I'm like, what was the time? Yeah, I'm like, what was the time? And the guy's like 15. I'm like, fuck, I told y'all it'd be 10.
That's
So
hilarious. Somebody said, "How do I bump fire my Beretta?" And Josh said, "You buy an Atlas." What happened with Steiner screaming on the coaster? I didn't hear that story.
Oh my God, bro, this this guy. So he like gets into the coaster, at Area 1, and he sits down and he goes to buckle up. And he's like, before he buckles up though, he's like getting his gun ready and shit, sets some stuff down. He looks over and he's like, ah! And he turns back and we're like, bro, what the? He's like, my anxiety's taking over, man. Like I can't do this shit. And he like starts screaming.
What is he scared of roller coasters or what?
I don't know. The motherfucker puts his seatbelt and shit on. And this motherfucker shit was so fun. Dude, the look I wish I'd have been recording like everything, because this motherfucker he's like, my anxiety's taking over. I don't know if I can do it. And I'm like, bro. Oh my God, that shit! It was gold. Like that was
Oh my
that was
God.
probably one of the best moments in shooting I've ever seen. Was
See,
him look over?
that's when you wish you were recording all the time.
Oh my God! They just like had some kind of recording in your eyes or some shit to where you could just hit record or hit save, and then it's there. Because dude, just looking back on that now, wow.
Josh said he was terrified. The terrified look on his face. So is he scared of roller coasters? We have to find
I don't
this
know.
out.
He just said he was like, dude, I'm so anxious right now. It was so funny.
I got a funny panda story for you. So Area 3 last year, they had the plank, the big like prone stage where you had to lay down on you had the steps and then the lay down thing. It's like it's basically like a platform. And Panda's walking the stage and he's like, dude, this is bullshit. I'm gonna break a fucking pouch, blah blah blah. So I'm like, all right, well, chill out. He was first up on the stage. I'm like, well, chill out. Let me go find the MD and see if we can take our front pouches off. He's like, all right, cool. I go find Sherwin. I'm like, hey, Sherwin, I know it says you can't alter your equipment, but it says with match director approval upon possible equipment damage, you can take off your stuff. Is it cool if we
Mm-hmm.
take our front pouches off? And he was like, yeah, I've been letting people do it. It's fine. You can take your front pouch off. As he says, yeah, that's cool, I hear beep, Panda shooting. He breaks his front fucking pouch. He gets done shooting and he goes, God damn it, this is bullshit. Here's another $60 pouch down the fucking drain because of these dumbass props. And literally, as he's on this tirade of bitching about the stage, I go, hey, Panda, Sherwin said you could take your front pouch off. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
He's like, this sucks.
Fuck.
Yeah. Screaming like a little girl and everybody was watching, 30 plus people.
It was because so Christian's on the squad, so everybody's wanting to watch Christian. Well,
Oh yeah, I'm sure you had at least 10 spectators per stage.
Per stage, and so Eric, he's up like I don't know, which I think Christian went, right before him, so everybody was standing there waiting on him to shoot again. But Eric is like first shooter on this stage. And so, dude, just the fucking fact when he like turns around, he's like, I'm so anxious, I can't do it. It's probably one of the best like funny moments of shooting, of him just turning to you and was like,
somebody has to have that on video. If somebody has that on video, please send it to us. With all the spectators there, they were probably recording it.
Yeah, I just don't know. Like, I know that I wanted to get my phone out because I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. Which I wanted to also, like, be able to watch the sequence of how the swingers and stuff was really activating as you got up to the front. But, fuck, I wish I'd have done it. I almost got the whole video of him walking up when he got his award and had his little speech.
Oh,
but
yeah, that was funny.
It was so like I'm recording it, and I don't know what I was trying to do, but I hit the volume button, so it quit recording. I was like, oh fuck, and tried to get it back, and then it was like right as he was starting to say it, I'm like, fuck, that's not a good video then.
Yeah, I don't even remember what he said. I wasn't paying attention. I just heard something Trevor Cotter, and I hear everybody start laughing. I turn around and Steiner's just shit-eating grin on his face. So I was just like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah,
that's some bitch. I'm gonna get him. I'll get him.
Yeah,
I'll never lose to Steiner again. I'm gonna put it to you that way. Ever.
There you go. Sweet.
Never ever in the history of never ever.
I can't lose because if I lose, I have to lose my hair.
Yeah, you definitely can't lose, man. That hair is just way too precious. Somebody said because it was actually serious is what made it better.
Yeah.
So I think the funniest thing I've had happen at a match was another Area 3. Area 3's bound for a lot of laughs. It was me, Steiner, Mike O'Leary, Hyder, Edens, the Williams sisters, who else? We had a bunch of people in that squad. It was a banger of a squad.
Yeah.
And you had elevated stomp boxes. They were like hip height. And you had two no-shoot covered max traps. But they were at like 3 yards, right? But they were tall and they only exposed like this much. Like so you only got to see like upper A zone for like a split second. It was just like and you had to start seated in a chair. So when we're walking through this, Hyder from the very beginning was like, dude, I think you can put the chair anywhere, right? He's like, I think you put the chair here, and then upon the start, you get on top of the chair, you stand on the chair and hit the stomp box, and then you've got a lot more shooting time because you're shooting from above, and you get a better exposure. You can see the whole A zone, blah, 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 and then you just keep on trucking through the stage. Well, here's the thing. When we saw it expose, when they did the walkthrough, it was windy as shit. So literally, this is what we saw. And we were like, oh, fuck. So everybody's just focused. So when he says that, dude, when I tell you this entire stage this entire stage walkthrough in a squad filled with heaters who have shot probably 2,000 matches between all of us, sat there and watched that, like talked about that one position for 4 out of the 5 minutes. Like, just debating it, dude. Just like, and he's like, no, dude, I'm telling you, it's fucking worth it. Blah 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 blah. And until finally, half of us were like, yeah, it's a good idea, and half of us were like, that's fucking stupid. And just then Mike O'Leary was like, the whole time, Mike's not buying it. Mike's the one guy who's like, that's fucking dumb. You're wasting your time, guys. And we're like, no, dude, I'm telling you, bro. You're talking about 20 points right here with no shoots, possible no shoots. Like, you could possibly lose, 60 points in this one position, blah, blah, blah. Dude, Hyder's argument was on fire. He was snake oil salesman the shit out of us. God. Mike O'Leary goes, well, I'm fucking first, so let's see how it goes. Dude, he gets out of the – dude, he's the one who's, like, not buying it. He stands up, hits the box, shoots 4 alpha, and fucking bounces in, like, plenty of time. And we're like, well, fuck, we just wasted our whole walkthrough on this damn chair. And when Mike shoots it, me and Panda turn around, and both of us at the same time go, you motherfucker, you almost had us. And Hyder's over there just dying. But I think one of the Williams sisters did stand up and shoot it, and she still got hosed on it because her PCC champed.
I mean, what's new, though?
And then the other one didn't stand, and she's so short that she never got really an exposure. So she just was like, like there was no shoots.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, so have you ever shot PCC?
I shot it once at a local match for fun.
I've done it one time at a local, and it was just like, I mean, I can see the rage in it, but then
it's
again,
fun.
Like, I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to spend the money on a build to shoot that. Like, open his life forever. I like carry optics, but PCC, I just don't know.
I'll shoot PCC for like a 2-gun match or something like that, and then like just playing around. Or if there's like a PCC only match, I'll probably go shoot it. But PCC will never pull me away from an open gun. That'll never happen. Sure, Open's so much more fun.
Yeah. I mean, your only advantage is you don't have to reload, and we like never have to reload unless it's a 32-round stage, basically. So, I mean, I don't see the advantage. Plus, we get major scoring. Hashtag shoot Charlies all day.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. We're missing a lot of things here. Scream like a little girl and everyone was watching. Yeah, I think
my God.
John says bets. Bets on what? If you cut your mullet, can I buy some?
I'm not gonna say too much about that.
Somebody wants to buy your hair, dog.
I mean, so the deal. Never mind.
Come on, get into it. Just do it.
No, so the
banging brass after dark, dog.
The thing was whenever I had cut my mullet, I had actually originally was like, all right, I'm going to cut this mullet in it, and then I'm just going to cut the rest off. Like one picture in the hairdresser's seat, and then we're going to cut the rest off. And I was going to mail some to just, random everybody that's always like, oh my God, your fucking hair just like, it shows up. They're like, here you go. Now you can have some of the power. But I never cut it all the way off. So, I mean, I guess I can say that shit now. But
yeah, that's really funny.
Steiner was going to get some at Area 1.
Steiner was going to get some at Area 1. Oh, man, that's funny. Steiner versus me for Nats 2021. Yeah, so I already have some in the works for that. In preparation for shooting against Steiner 2 weekends in a row, I had a bobblehead made of Steiner.
I remember you saying some shit.
In a precarious outfit and situation. And I was going to, when I beat him both times, mail it to him. And on the caveat that he had to keep it in his reloading room until he beats me. And anytime we did a video, it had to be in the video. But so yeah, that's gonna be the that's gonna be the bet. And then if he beats me, then I'll make a bobblehead of myself for him, and it'll say Panda's bitch instead of Trevor's bitch. Yeah, yeah. So his says Trevor's bitch on it, but that won't get unveiled
Until you beat him.
till I smack that ass.
Yeah. I mean,
Mullet
we've
hair
got.
and feet pics are so hot right now.
Oh me. Feet pics. I don't know. I've never understood the whole deal with that, but
Dude,
girls make a lot of money off of it, so more
dude,
power to
yeah,
them.
chicks are making. Dude, I'm telling you, bro. If I was a chick, I'd be loaded because I would be all the slutty.
For sure.
Be like OnlyFans, feet pics, everything.
Yeah.
You don't even have to
Yup.
leave the house to make money now.
No, it was on a Snapchat, like on Barstool or some shit. It was like nurse makes $75,000 a month off fucking OnlyFans and gets told to either quit her job or quit OnlyFans. It's like, bitch, you don't even make $75,000 a year. Like,
Deuces.
I'm gonna holler at you later. I'm about to make 75 grand a month. All right.
Yeah, yeah. My buddy sent me a thing about some chick who got an OnlyFans. She was already kind of famous. Got an OnlyFans and made $4 million in her first 48 hours.
Hmm. Hmm.
48 hours.
I mean, why can't we have tits and ass like
Dude, I'm
that?
telling you, bro. Oh my God. I'd
Hmm.
be I'd be rich. We need to make a wrestling belt trophy for the two of us. Oh, and pass it back and forth. That's not a bad idea.
Ooh.
I think we
Yeah.
make one for the group.
Like a running trophy kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So make a wrestling belt, and then like me, you, Panda, Curtis, Siler's not included.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Motherfucker would always have it. Yeah, just get like a wrestling trophy for the boys, and like the winner every time the person who's holding the belt loses to somebody in the group, that other person takes it.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah. I think Florida State is like that, right?
I think
I
there's a
think.
few places that have the wrestling belts, but you keep it.
Well,
Like you
not not
don't give
not
it back.
not the wrestling. I think it's Florida State that has like a running trophy. Like you keep it for the year, but then next year if you don't win, you have to pass it on. I
Oh,
think
that's
it's
pretty
that. I
cool.
think it's that. I think. Not
That
sure
kind
though.
of sucks though, because then you
It
don't
do,
get
it does kind
keep
of
it.
suck, but then it's also pretty cool because it's like that gives you motivation to want to win it
It's
again.
cool if they keep the running name count on it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like the Stanley Cup or
like
something.
the Stanley Cup, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I might do a custom belt. I've ordered dumber shit, obviously, for no reason. Um,
I've got a buddy that's got some really dumb shit that's been ordered and made for him. He ordered an open gun and it was like a year to get it. And one of his other buddies ordered this thing and it was like, but he still hadn't got it yet. So I can't say too much about it, but
oh, come on.
I'm like, bro, that shit is fucking fire.
All right, tell me about
So
it after this.
yeah, oh for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, this dude waited on his open gun for a long time and then his other buddy got him really good.
Hell yeah.
I was like, that shit's great.
I like it. Yeah, I'm big on shit like that. Yeah. My Atlas has something on it that no other Atlas has. I'll tell you that.
Does it have a dick engraved inside of it?
I cannot confirm or deny those allegations. I'm not allowed to speak upon such things, nor will
Yeah.
there ever be any photographic evidence. But I sent a dick glitter bomb to Morgan anonymously, like 6 or 7 months, no, like maybe even longer, like maybe a year ago. I sent a dick glitter bomb to the Atlas office addressed to Morgan, and it comes from like Posters USA. So she's like, I didn't order this. And the
Yeah.
UPS lady standing there, like, she's like, no, I didn't order this. This is in my package. She's like, well, it says your name on it. So then she grabs it and like opens it in the middle of the office with the UPS lady there, and it's one of those badass ones. She said it was just literally raining little silver metal dicks, just fucking everywhere. And when they just moved everything out of the office, she was
Oh
like, "We're
shit.
still finding them. Like we don't. It's been a year. We're still finding the things."
Yeah.
So yeah, for a while, every time I got a package, it was filled with. She kept them. She scooped them up, kept them, and
You're gonna get them back one day.
she's been giving them back to me. Like when I got my Artemis, my limited gun for limited to nationals, they sent me a limited gun, and it was filled with them. I mean, they were in the recoil system. They were in the magwell.
So you better
They were
clean your
in the
fucking
grip
gun.
panels. Yeah, like literally, I get the gun and I'm like racking. I'm like, this doesn't feel very smooth. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And
Yeah.
then like I go to shoot it and there's dicks in the barrel, so dicks go flying out. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then I break it out. I break it apart, and literally it's just like pouring dicks out of it. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah,
So
so my buddy John, not John Orman, a different John, he had ordered a open gun, and so like we commented on every single post this guy posted about any kind of gun. Oh my God, is this John? Is this your gun? Is this your gun? You know, just fucking with, because he's like, yeah, it's gonna be like 6 months. We're like, dude, it's gonna be like a year at least. You know, you're gonna have to wait. So he ordered, every single post. Hey, that kind of looks like your gun. That kind of looks like your gun. He's like, well, it's not mine. It's mine. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. And finally, we messaged the guy, like all of us in this group message individually, are like, hey, will you put a dick on this guy's gun if we pay money? And he's like, no, I'm not gonna. And we're like, if we pay you money, will you put a dick on this guy's gun? He's like, And so we messaged John and like get him like in a message, and we're like, hey John, if we pay to get a dick on your gun, do you care? And he's like, no, I don't give a fuck. So we send the screenshot to the guy. He's like, all right.
here we go.
So like the group message name changed to get John a dick gun and all this kind of fun shit. And the guy he actually ended up putting a dick on his son or his son-in-law's gun, like in the inside of the dust cover, like nowhere you'd ever see it, but it has a dick on it. So we're like, bro, John, he's put a dick on your gun, man. Like you're about to, you spent $8,000 on this gun and you're about to have a dick on it because of us fucking delinquents.
Hell yeah.
Us delinquents have been like, bro, you got to put a dick on his gun.
You have to, man. You have to.
So, good. It was good shit. But that's what as soon as you said, I was like, yeah, he's probably got a dick on the gun.
Dude, it's fantastic, dude. The detail is spectacular. The hair on the nutsack and like everything. The shape is perfect. They spent a lot of time on it. It's all hand engraved.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic. I wish it was visible.
I mean, man, hey, come to the safe table with me.
Yeah, like you open when you rack it, it's just on the top of the barrel.
Good shit.
See, that's an idea for the 2.0 when they make my 2.0s. I'm gonna be like, make it to where when I rack the gun,
you gotta have a dick.
there's got to be a dick on the barrel to where when I rack the gun, you can see it.
Oh yeah.
They're definitely not maybe gonna do that. Did he end up getting the gun yet?
Oh yeah, he got it. And he's been loving it. So
we got to see some pictures of this dick.
no, it's not. I'll send you the pictures of like the son's gun that's got the dick on it. But
yeah,
his didn't get it on it, unfortunately.
Hell yeah. Josh said cowboy belt buckles would be dope.
Dude, my comments have like quit, I guess. But
yeah, cowboy. Get it in super comp. What? Get what in super comp? My 2.0s? Fuck that. I'm not picking up brass or loading that dumb shit. 9 major till I die, baby. The only way I'm switching to 38 super comp is if somehow I start getting free ammo.
Right.
And I don't see that happening anytime soon.
No. Unfortunately, not. We can't be that lucky.
Well, Joseph, I tell you what, I'll get 1.9 and 1.38 super comp, one for practice and one for matches. If you hook me up with some free 38 for major matches, then I'll do it. What's up?
There you go.
But then I got to have 2 38s because I got to have a backup gun for my matches. See, now you're making me get 3 guns. See, we got problems. He said I dumped 38 brass on the ground. Hey, man, not all of us are balling like that.
I mean, like, I slowly started picking it up, like, at matches, and I'm just like, maybe in 3 years I'll be able to super comp. I'll have enough, but.
Dude, I got the shell shock shit. So I literally, when I get done shooting a local or practicing, I got a little magnet on wheels. Like I just go back behind myself on the stages and just roll the magnet over. I'm gonna get like I don't just like pay too much attention. I just like, hey, I think I was in this area, and like I pick up
Hmm.
maybe 80% of my brass, and then just move
Yeah,
on. Like I'm only gonna spend like 1 minute per stage actually looking for the brass because
sure.
I get the shit for free anyway, so I don't really give a fuck. But
Yeah.
yeah, Chris shooting that Uncle Sam AMU ammo. Yeah, must be nice. Give me that 38, daddy. 38 is not cheaper than 9 millimeter, is it?
I haven't ever seen it like that, but people want to say some shit like that, I guess.
I am a sugar baby. I'm fucking proud of it too. I got a sugar mama, honey. What's up? But all right, so let's get into. We're coming up on 2 hours, so let's get to the fun shit. So let's get to your. How familiar are you with like just shooting sports histories?
Not very,
Not
but
very. All right. Well, let's give us your Mount Rushmore of shooting if you had to have one.
all right. So I'm gonna have to go with Chris first off, Christian, because I mean he's like one of my guys, and then Max Michelle, JJ, Eric, and then probably Rob Latham.
That's solid, solid, solid right
But
there.
so like my deal with how I learned my movement and stuff was just watching videos of Christian and JJ and Max.
Hmm.
So it was like I would physically just watch, what their feet are doing, what their knees are doing, what their hips are doing, shoulders, gun. I would break it down into each time I watched the video, what are they doing? And then that was just kind of how I learned how to put everything together, and I just morphed it off that. Because I'm very analytical with that kind of stuff. So that's how I've learned a lot of the movements I've gained, I guess, so far.
Yeah, I like it. I do a lot of watching other shooters. Um, even like just random people that I scroll across. If I see something that they're doing that I like, I'm like, oh shit,
Hmm.
save
For
that
sure.
video for later.
Yeah.
A lot of people do things really really well that they don't even know they do.
Yeah. Which I've kind of felt that same way for a long time with like my movement, and people are always like, "Oh, your movement's so good." I'm like, "Well, I see shit all the time that I'm doing wrong
Hmm.
in my eyes." But they're like, "Oh, your movement's so good, it's so good." I'm like, okay, thank you, but I don't really see it, so I continue to try and work on it.
Trust me, I feel you, dog. I see. I've yet to like every time I shoot a match, there's going to be 100 things I come away with for like, well, that was garbage, that was garbage, that was garbage. But
Yeah.
then, but that's how it is. If you look at somebody who's good at something at a high level, which you are shooting at a high level, if you look at any athlete who's doing something at a high level, it looks incredible until you ask them about it, and then they're like, no, actually
Hmm.
there's these 10 things that I did wrong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, we're our own worst critic. Yeah. I view I nobody is hard. Nobody is as hard on me as I am. Period.
Yeah. Yeah, I
The end.
agree.
Yeah. And if you point something out that I'm doing wrong, I probably already know about it. I'm already trying to fix it.
Yeah.
Um, for the most part, there are some things where people have been like, "Hey, dude, that is not how you should be doing that," and I'm like, "Oh, fuck, really?" And then, "Oh, okay, there we go. That makes more
Hmm.
sense." Um, But all right, let's get into. Uh, we won't do the Hall of Fame, just because you already said your Mount Rushmore. I don't know if you know six more people. Are you peeing in a cup right now? Because that'd be awesome. Are you
Huh?
really? Are you peeing in a cup right now?
No.
Because that's gonna be really cool.
No. Was that, do I need to be?
No, no, no. Somebody's.
Oh.
Josh said nobody can get as hard as me. Nobody's hard until the calendar comes out. Yeah, we got to really talk about this calendar thing.
I mean, I'm down whenever, I guess.
Yeah. So I can't help but hear it. It sounds like you're peeing. That's awesome. Uh, all right, so let's get into Nats next year. So
Okay.
so
2022.
let's do high cap Nats for 2021, low cap Nats for 2022.
So high cap nats this year for sure, Christian, 100%.
For open. Yep.
Yeah, and
What about
limit.
PCC?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to say Max still.
I have a hard time seeing anybody beat him.
Yeah, I mean that guy, he's just on another level, I think, with the PCC. Like hearing him and shooting with him, or not with him, but like against him at Area 6, like that guy is just on another level. So,
His ability to shoot partials and distance targets
oh my God, yeah,
is unrivaled.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
fucking
So yeah,
incredible.
I think Max Leogrand for PCC for sure.
What about carry optics?
I want to say my boy Tom Castro.
Tom Castro?
Yeah, and
That would be impressive.
but if not him, then Max.
Yeah. So Jacob Hetherington, I think, is going to switch over to carry optics full time
Yeah, he shot carry optics at A1, right?
with 200 rounds behind the gun. Yeah, shot 200 rounds behind a carry optics gun for the first time, and then went and shot Area 1 and didn't do terrible.
Yeah, which I kind of feel that. I mean, that's kind of how I shot my first carry optics match for
Yeah,
sure. I mean,
JJ's also shooting carry optics.
so he's gonna do both then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, back to back. I had thought about shooting back to back, but like the Canic, I've got a Canic for carry optics, and it's just like I don't know, it's just almost too different to shoot both of them. But
Yeah. Well, he's going Beretta. So
yeah,
he's
I
shooting
mean,
the same damn gun. It's not going to
right,
affect him at all.
for
He's shooting
sure,
a
yeah,
9mm Beretta and a 9mm Beretta.
right,
Just
yeah,
one's going to have a comp and a dot, and the other one's just going to have a slide ride dot.
uh-huh. So
But yeah, Jacob's reloads are fucking
oh yeah, which I mean
nuts, dude.
the guy's got to have good reloads from shooting production for so long. So
Dude, he shot single stack at Area 3. Did you see that?
he shot single stack.
Single stack at Area 3, and that is the match that you do not want to shoot single stack at.
Oh fuck.
Everything's 32 rounds. Everything's like crazy moving and shooting, crazy positions, distance, steal, and stuff you got to grab and manipulate and do all this
Ooh,
shit. You
I
got to
did.
stow all your mags. Like they have the memory stage where you start with all your mags on a barrel with your gun. He literally just starts stuffing mags, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going so fast. Look at me go!" And then he just starts the stage, and you're just like dying, dude. He spent 9 minutes putting mags on his belt.
Yeah, screw all that shit. That's why I don't like low cap.
Yeah. If he goes full-time carry optics, I don't know if he'll do it this year, but next year he probably, if he
Yeah,
puts a full season behind it, he's gonna be fucking dangerous.
yeah. I would say a full season he would be very very dangerous.
Yeah.
I do like I had Jacob for production nationals this year. Is who I
hmm
thought would win it.
Yeah, same here. And then you got Nils. Nils is always a threat.
Yeah, dude, that guy, he's like good at fucking everything he does. That's
hmm
the crazy, and like I'd never met Nils until Area 6, and like seeing that guy in person, you're like, dude, what kind of food are you eating to get that fucking big? Like that guy is tall and fucking lanky.
Yeah.
That it's like you move like crazy.
I call him
So
the athletic giraffe, dude.
yeah,
It's like a giraffe and a cheetah fucked and made
yep,
Nils.
yep.
It's
It's
literally what it's like.
wild. It's wild. But yeah,
Yeah.
Nils, he is a threat anywhere, anytime that he's there. I feel like.
Yeah, I think Max is going to win it, but I think if anyone's going to beat him, Nils has the best shot in my opinion right now. Nils or JJ or Mason, but I'm edging out to Nils.
Yeah.
And then limited. What do you think about limited?
Mm. I want to say John Browning, but I think Mason Lane will probably take it again.
Uh, I have from the horse's mouth that Nils is going to shoot major.
That may change
And
it then.
last year he shot minor, and if you changed his scoring to major, he won by like 3.5%.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna go
Hmm.
Nils. I'm gonna go Nils just because I shot with Nils during that nationals
Mm-hmm.
and watched him just take the throttle and go
Yeah.
because he was shooting minor
Mm-hmm.
and still was just dominant.
I don't know. That'll be very interesting for sure.
Yeah.
It's-
Um,
Neil, I think. Hmm. Nils
my
Mason, John.
Yeah, my heart
That'd
wants
be.
Cody. My heart wants Cody Axon to win because he's a teammate and he's a
Mm-hmm.
fucking solid dude. Just had a baby. It'd be cool to watch him win Nats after having a kid.
Yeah.
And he's shooting lights out. Like he's shooting really fucking good right now. And he may do it. He'll be my sleeper pick.
Cody
Jason,
Axon for the sleeper.
yeah, Cody Axon for the sleeper. Oh yeah, see, Josh knows what's up. John Norman said Jason Bradley's his sleeper pick for, I guess, carry optics. It's not a
Yeah,
bad one.
my comments have quit.
Your comments ain't working?
Nah. So
Oh, well.
living.
Uh, let's go to, we already covered all of them for high cap, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go low cap for next season.
Mm.
Let's go, we're not talking about revolver. I
Yeah, well,
refuse.
I don't even know who shoots a revolver, to be honest with you.
Michael Pogge's going to win revolver until Michael Pogge dies, unless Jerry Michalik starts
Comes,
taking stem cells and decides to come shoot USPSA again.
yeah.
Because I fully believe that he's still the greatest revolver shooter that's walking the earth.
Oh yeah, yeah. I do agree there. Single stack. I want to say Paul Kerr because he's my guy.
He's fucking fast, dude.
Yeah, that guy.
I didn't even know who he was.
Nobody knows who fucking Paul is, but it's
I
Paul
had,
fucking Kerr. That's Paul.
dude, I 100% didn't know who he was until Hammer and Sears sent me his thing and was like, check this motherfucker out. And I was just
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm in, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Paul's a straight savage with a single stack gun. So like every local he goes to, he he just he signs up as open, but he shoots. We call it Paul Open 8 because he shoots single stack major. But that
What a
motherfucker,
savage.
he slays everybody in single stack in East Tennessee. Uh,
Yeah.
but I would like to see Tim win. But
Mm-hmm.
if Rob is still competing, then I mean,
Rob's
Rob,
Rob.
Rob's Rob. He's the goat. So
Yeah, Rob's Rob. Tim's due. Old Timmy's due. But
yeah.
but yeah, Paul's a fucking beast, dude.
Mm.
He's a savage.
He's another one with Tom that was like, hey, you fucking suck at this. You need to start doing better. You know, this, and this. So I got a lot of respect for Paul. I call him my dad of the shooting world.
Yeah. So your comments aren't working, huh?
Mm-mm.
Okay. John said for me to ask you your picks for Steiner v. Cotter 3 for nationals.
I don't know. Depending on how Eric's been. I mean, if he starts putting in the work to beat me, then I mean, I got to put him over you, bro. Because it's just inevitable.
Yep.
Because he's beat you the last couple times, and if he puts in more work, then
Yeah, he did. He beat me straight up. Yeah. There's I could make excuses, but there's not any.
I feel that.
Yeah. I showed up. So if I show up, then I take that ass whooping, or I hand one out. You know.
I mean, that's kind of that's. I mean, not that I went in with a really negative outlook on Area 1, but I went in knowing it was like, all right, I'm squatted with Christian. Like, I'm about to like physically watch my ass get whooped every stage. So it was kind of like a good eye opener for me, knowing that, all right, yeah, I can get the fuck bit out of me easily. So this is what I need to be working on. So that's basically what I've done now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, shooting with Christian's a different experience.
Yeah,
Yeah, when you see
easily.
some of the shit he does, and you're like, okay, I don't know if I can do that.
Right.
Yeah, like some of his times, I was looking at it, and I'm like, fuck, was there a second and a half there?
Yeah.
Where
I
was it?
think it
And
was
then
the stage that you had to start at either front end and like
he went to the
I
middle.
yeah, which I followed him as well, and it was just like, all right, sweet. Because I started on I was first shooter on the strong end weekend stage, and our next stage was that one. And so I was last shooter, and I watched him. I was like, fuck. He was like 15 seconds. I was like, oh, okay. So I run it, and it's like 18, 19 seconds. I'm like, dude, where the fuck did you make up all this time? I'm like, did the RO not get your time or some shit? And we watch his video. She's like right up on him. I'm like, you guy.
Dude,
But,
it was his entry exit in the second, third, and fourth position. I watched
oh,
that
yeah,
video.
yeah.
He was in and out of those positions so fast, and
Dude,
then
but his transitions, man.
are
His
insane.
transitions are like, he makes up at least 2 seconds on most of us in every stage just off transitions. Like,
Yeah,
it's wild.
his transitions are nuts.
So,
His transitions and his efficiency, like his efficiency and movement. There's no gross extra movement. It's all
no.
exactly the absolute minimum necessary movement.
Yep.
And then he's explosive. He's
Mm-hmm.
very explosive into everything. Every bit of movement he does with his feet and his hands and everything are very explosive.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got something figured out, dude. He's got it figured out, and I'm just hoping that I figure it out in time.
Figure it out as well, yeah.
Yeah, I think I will. I think I will. I have to. We have to keep reminding ourselves we're only like 2 to 3 seasons into this, and
Yeah.
he's like 10,
Yeah.
10 seasons in.
But I mean, he's still young. That's a bad thing. So,
Yeah, but at that point, when you hit that level, your ability to increase by certain amounts of percentages every year drastically decreases.
mm-hmm.
You know, like he may only get a half to a 1% better per season,
Yeah. But,
whereas
he's already 10% above us is a bad thing.
yeah, for sure, for sure,
So,
for sure. I was feeling good after the first day. I was like, I would the first day I was shooting well enough to probably get within 5% of them.
mm-hmm.
And then the second, the third day happened, and I was just like, nope, there it is.
Yeah.
There's the garbage water.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But
I
I
don't know.
think it's
Kid's
doable. I think,
he's an animal, man.
yeah, he is an animal. I think, being 5%, 3 to 5% behind him is doable. Being a half a percent from him is not going to happen for anybody
No,
for
not for
a
a long time.
while. I think right
Yeah.
now. I don't think he's going to have any crazy. I don't think he's going to have any crazy close matches anytime soon,
No,
unless
I don't.
barring some issues, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it would take a lot for anybody to come close to him right now, I feel like.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. John said, dude really didn't pick the host." No, dude. Honesty is, I'm not. Don't blow smoke up my ass, bro. Trust me, I'm. Nobody's more upset about me losing to him than I am. And then false motivation. I'm like, hell yeah, I can do that, and then crash and burn. Bet no one is closer than 3% at Nats. 3% would
I
be.
I kind of agree though. I don't seeing how he's shooting right now, which I mean I haven't shot a match against JJ this year to like put myself beside him, but I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I think I'm going to shoot with JJ at North Texas Open.
Okay.
Um,
I was hoping to be able to see JJ more since he's moved to Florida, but I mean he just really hadn't shot. I mean he shoots a
oh,
couple locals down there, but that's I mean fucking 6 to 8 hours for me to even go to Florida. So
he's shooting.
yeah, I mean I know he's shooting, but
Yeah, trust me, that dude's been radio silent for a reason.
yeah,
That guy's that's it.
also
I'll be honest with you, man. This is the scariest version of JJ I think I've ever seen.
sweet.
Yeah,
I've
so
I've
it's
I've
gonna be
talked with him
good.
a couple times about the tape on the red dot shit. I think that's it's just hilarious.
He
And
fucking hates it.
and then there's another top level. He's a production shooter. top level production shooter had posted some shit the other day, and I was like, oof.
Yeah.
But good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
3% would be impressive. To put a 3% gap on everybody at Nats would be impressive because you've got, I mean, yes, Christian is very, very good. Don't get me wrong. And yes, I think he is the best right now. But you've got guys like KC,
Mm-hmm.
JJ, Chris Tilley, Lesgar Murdoch. I mean, those guys are fucking killers in their own right. They're all
Yeah.
national champions. Like, they've all won. Like, KC's won more Nats than Christian has. You know,
Mm-hmm.
JJ's won more Nats than Christian has. They've shot against, you know, guys who, you know, are of that caliber for, fuck,
Yeah.
dude, 20, 30 years, you know? So,
Mm-hmm.
yes, Christian is really fucking good. And yes, I think he is the best shooter right now. Um, but I think 3% at nationals would be, listen, if he does it, bro, I'm going to be hyped as fuck.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? Because I'm
yeah.
pulling for the guy. But 3% would be a big ask at nationals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see it. Which I shoot against KC and Vlieger, like I said, at Georgia State. So I'll be able to kind of see where KC's at. I feel like for
Casey's a
that.
fucking savage.
Yeah. So we'll see where he's at after Georgia late September, and then that'll give a month to figure out Nats. So
Casey shoots partials at distance like Max does with a PCC, but he does it with an open gun. It's
yeah.
very ridiculous to watch.
Mhm. Yeah, I've only watched I watched him shoot like two stages at nationals last year. But I shot same schedule as Super Squad, so it was like as soon as I got done every day, it was like I took off running to go find the Super Squad.
Yeah.
Um, and luckily I got to watch him a couple stages. I watched like just the end of Christian shoot one stage, and then JJ shot, a couple stages. Um, but actually getting to shoot with Christian and then practice with him, wow, like that puts into perspective like what the top level guys are like.
Yeah,
So,
I haven't. That's one thing though that y'all have done that I haven't done, which is probably why I'll have that perspective.
hmm
Is y'all have actually gotten to shoot with him not at a match, like on the
yeah,
range practicing, which got the plan to do it,
hmm
but haven't done it yet. So
yeah,
I'm gonna try to have him down here sometime before nationals for like 2 to 3 days with like me, him, and like one or two other dudes,
hmm
and we're gonna have a nice little sausage party. But
But I mean that's what we always have it arranged, there, right?
yeah, it's all a sausage party, baby. Um,
So do you have a lot of female shooters close to where you're at, or is
not
it kind of
really,
non-existent? Yeah. So
not
whenever I went and
really.
shot the Washington match, I mean, it was like every squad had at least two or three women on it.
That's awesome.
I was like, this is kind of weird, but this is also awesome, like you said, because it's like that's not a thing that goes on around here, and I wish that there
Yeah,
was more of it, but there's just not. So,
yeah, it would help grow the sport.
mhm,
Like there's been some stuff happen in the sport where like trying to get ladies more involved that was just like shot down.
mhm,
Like, no, we're not doing that. That's fucking stupid type stuff.
yeah,
So I don't know how quick we'll start like reaching out and trying to get that
yeah,
audience, but it would be, dude, like, yeah, dudes keep it running, but chicks can grow the sport too. You know what I mean? Because,
Rotten Boys hashtag.
yeah. If by women you mean PCC shooters, then yeah, we have a lot in Vegas. Yeah, if we're calling PCC shooters women, then we're fucking filled with them out here in Houston.
Hmm.
Just kidding. PCC guys love stuff too. Um, all right, so let's do a giveaway.
All right.
So I've got some Bangin Brass merch that's now out.
Mhm.
So what we're gonna do is the first person to comment the percentage gap between Christian and everybody else, The first person to comment the exact percentage gets a free Bangin' Brass T-shirt.
From what match though? Area one.
From Area 1. You're not allowed to compete.
I don't even want to.
Exact percentage, Josh. Exact percentage.
It's a lot for everybody that's wondering.
Yeah. You know the percentage, right?
Yeah. I don't know the point value, but I know the first two.
Come on, it's got to be the exact percentage. Somebody better hop on that shit right now. 16.51. I'm pretty sure that's it.
I think that's me, but not second place. Shit.
Second place, yeah. What's the difference between second place? Let me see here. Hey, look it up real quick. You got a way to look it up?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you still hear me though? If I
Yeah,
hop off?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
All right.
Or you'll have to hop off and then hop back on, I think.
Yeah, hang on.
All right, we're gonna see who got it right.
I got it.
All right. So we've got some
And my comments are back, bro. Let's go.
There you go. All right. So since you know it, roll through the comments right now and see if anybody's close.
All right, I see John
anybody
Orman.
got it.
I see John Orman right now. He's got it.
All right. Let's see. His last comment was it?
Yeah, 11.29%.
All right. John's the winner. John, you're getting
easy clap.
Easy clap. All right, John, you got a T-shirt headed your way. Send me your size.
5.4. Everybody wishes, bro.
Yeah, trust me, dog. Everybody wishes it was 5.4. Oh man, that's good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, not that it was embarrassing, but dude, it was just like it was embarrassing.
It was.
It's like who's trying to get a match bump at Area 1? You know, all these GMs are supposed to be coming. Like Christian's like,
nobody.
Fuck y'all.
Christian's like, fuck your match bump. John, you're not a schmedium, are you?
Wait,
he's a large.
Did Jesse say 11? Yeah, I wasn't in here wasn't getting comments for that.
Did she? Full Metal Jesse, you said 11. You'll also, all right, Full Metal Jesse, I'll give you a shirt too. Send me your size. DM me your size and I'll throw it in there. She also said 11. She didn't say the percentage, but well, we'll give it to her. She's the only one who said 11. I didn't have the decimal. Yeah, all good. I'll still send you one. Send me your size. But you got to DM it to me because I will literally not pay attention to this. All right, here, I'll write it down. Send me your size on here and I'll write it down. So John Orman, old John boy. Y'all give the shirt to Jesse. John, you're getting one too. I don't pay for these, John. It doesn't matter. All right. And then
Small
Metal Jesse. Now, here's the thing. Are you small in women's? Because I have women's cut shirts as well.
Fancy shit.
Bro, I don't fuck around, dog.
Easy clap, let's go.
Easy clap, let's go. I got a Christian story for you. So I'm not going to say which match or who was there. But he was supposed to come down to a match. I was at the match early, and I was like, bro, you need to come down and shoot this match because we were supposed to shoot it together. Mm-hmm. And something ended up happening. I can't remember what it was. But he was like, trust me, bro, I really, really wanted to come down there and just pop an easy 10% on everybody. But you know, shit came up, and I'm like, you wanted to do what now? Like, you're going to slap a quick 10% on everybody. I'm like, oh, shit. And at the time, I was like, dude, that's ballsy. Now I'm like, I mean, he could probably do it. You know, like, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
But there was some heat at that match, so it probably would have been closer to like 5 or 6.
But still.
But still, well, I came into Area One thinking like 5 to 7% was realistic.
Yeah.
And I still think it is. I still think 5 to 7% is realistic.
Yeah, I mean 5 to 7% with like legit open GMs, like top three at nationals basketball, KC, JJ, those kind of guys. 5 to 7% for sure. But the 11.29% that he put on Max and like 15% he put on me. Oof.
Yeah, yeah,
But
that's a rough one there.
I mean, it was neat to like actually get to watch my ass get whipped though. Like that was it's like, okay, yeah, now I really see why he just like beat the fuck out of all of us. So
Dude, he's a different breed, dog. All right, so let's end the show with
the
what's
hair
something.
products.
Oh yeah, there we go. What hair products do you use?
Oh fuck.
What's your
So
no? Here's the what's your hair care routine?
all right, so the hair care routine is I actually wash it every night.
See,
And
there you go.
so like I don't most like girls I feel like with long hair, they're like, oh, I don't wash my hair but like once every fucking 7 weeks. It's like, bro, that's nasty as fuck, first off.
My
I
wife
s-
is every 3 days. She dry
yeah.
shampoos every morning and like every evening.
Yeah, see I
But
don't
but here's the thing. I have like the softest hair you'll ever feel, and my hair is on point.
yeah.
And I wash my hair every morning and every night.
Yeah. So every night, but it's I use Head and
Mane,
Shoulders.
mane and tail.
Yeah. So, I forgot whose fucking house I was at one time, and they were like, "Oh shit, I don't remember if I put shampoo in the guest bedroom or in the guest shower," and that shit was fucking mane and tail, and I was like, "Bruh." But it's like Head and Shoulders, or I also use like Suave, like Walmart brand cheap shit. That's what really pisses people off. For like that $3 for a gallon. Yeah, that shit.
Bro, that shit's 99 cents for a 55-gallon drum. You can
So,
go to Costco and buy a fucking dump truck full of Suave for
yeah,
like the cost of a Monster.
yeah. So that, and I won't ever like normally dry it, but like unless I've like really got to be somewhere that it needs to be dried. So other than that, I mean, it's basically like take a shower, wash it, and then go let it just dry naturally. And I get
Clean the flow and let
the
it
nice
go.
the nice curls in it. So
Hell yeah, yeah, because it is a curly, majestic fucking mullet.
yeah, so like I don't know, I grew it out whenever Justin Bieber had like got big, like back when I was in like fucking sixth grade or some shit. Like the fucking break your
Oh
neck
yeah, the
every
little
five, the break your
whip
neck every
over
five
haircut.
seven whip
Yeah, yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Dude, it was straight. God, it was straight. And people were like, "Do you straighten your hair?" I'm like, "No." And then now they're like, "What kind of wand do you use to get your hair so curly?" I'm like, "Bro, I just get out of the shower and fucking towel it off and run a comb through, it, and then we're good to go." So,
Bro, you have like the simplest, worst hair care routine in the world, and you have like the best hair in USPSA.
yeah.
Every lady who's watching this right now, it hates your fucking face.
Dude, I forgot who the fuck it was. They walked up there like, "What size wand do you use?" And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about, wand? Like what?" And they're like, "What size wand do you use to curl your hair?" I'm like, "Don't curl it. It just happens." So, shit's funny.
Sometimes greatness just fucking happens,
It
bro.
just fucking happens,
It
right?
just fucking happens. Hell yeah, bro. Well, dude, this has been a fun one for me.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We had a fucking blast, dude.
Yeah, not as serious as most, so
No, dude,
gotta have fun every once in a while.
there's too many of those serious ones.
Yeah.
All natty. Siler said all natty.
Yep.
We were just talking about you slapping a hot fucking 15% on all of us. Thanks a
Yeah.
lot, dick. Um,
So,
but yeah, there's too many serious ones already, and my idea for this was literally just to make it a conversation with the boys type
yeah.
deal,
That
talk about some golden nuggets, get some good stuff, but not everybody is a savant in dry fire and practice. Some dudes are like you, where like you're just fucking good.
yeah.
Like you
I
don't.
I forgot who it was. I think it was out of like the Stoker podcast or some shit, and they're like, oh, there's no such thing as natural talent. I'm like,
Bull fucking shit.
I mean, no, there's not any talent that come, I mean, like you're not born to fucking shoot. But if you have any kind of athletic ability, that shit transfers over, I feel like. So whenever they're like, there's no natural talent in shooting, I'm like, bullshit. All right.
There's listen, man. I am like I look at it this way. There are people that I beat on the regular basis that are much better marksmen than me, but my athletic ability helps me beat them.
Yeah.
And that athletic ability really was natural because I've been an athlete my whole life.
Bro, fucking Steiner's in here.
Steiner, oh
Finally,
fuck!
motherfucker.
Now we gotta end it. Let's end the show. Steiner, so we're gonna do a belt. We're gonna do a wrestling belt now that you're in here, and it's gonna between me, you, Brennan, Orman, Josh, a few other people, and we're gonna make it to where the winner between every time we shoot against each other gets to keep the belt. So every time you're gonna shoot against one of the boys, you got to bring the belt, and if you lose, you got to hand it over.
It ain't gonna matter. He ain't never gonna have it. Even though he says he's been training tonight, he
ain't ever gonna have it. Yeah.
Listen.
All right.
Also, Eric, if you beat me at nationals, I'm cutting my fucking hair.
Yeah, if you beat him at nationals, he's cutting his hair. But if he beats you, you have to shave your entire everything, eyebrows and all. Are you down with that? Are you down with that bet? Chip in it.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're still BSing. Panda, are you in on that bet? What's up?
It should be.
Should be a dildo. Dude, a golden dildo statue. Brass.
It's like I don't even want to fucking win, bro.
Like a bronze cock. Cut it and give me a lock of it. Panda, are you in on that bet? What's up?
Add Panda to the lot.
Oh, we'll be here for another 2 hours, dude. I got to work in the morning. I can 3D print us a phallic trophy. Yes. All right, so 3D print a phallic trophy, and the loser of the group has to have the dick trophy and has to post a picture of it at each event they lose.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. All right, so, yeah, and then imagine getting pulled over by DSA.
Well, you see what happened was I lost, so this is what happened. Big ass dig.
It'll be plastic, so it's not like it can be called a weapon. You're allowed to fly with dildos, I think.
Oh, man.
So Panda, well, let's do an episode this upcoming weekend, me and you, and maybe me, you, Brennan. Let's do a boys episode. I think that'd be fun. We'll do like all 5 of us. It'll get heavy.
Oh shit.
Just got home from practice. Need to go eat. Love you, boys. Panda out. Oh, fucking gay. Never mind. Fuck up live with Panda. I swear it's not for personal use. TSA pulls his fucking 3D printed dick out. I swear to God, it's not what you think.
Holy shit.
Okay, yeah, we'll do the group IG, Panda, and then we got to start a group chat for this trophy we're doing here. We'll do a wrestling belt for the winner. I'm fucking crying, dude. We'll do a wrestling belt for the winner and a 3D printed cock for the loser.
Christian will like this. That shit's deep, bro. Deep.
Oh man.
Fuck.
Well, this went off the rails. I love it. Oh.
Oh man.
All right. Anyway, we'll end this shit show there. But yeah, dude, this has been a blast, bro.
Yeah, man. Thanks for letting me come hang out.
Well, dude, I've had a lot of people hit me up. Like, I get a lot of requests like every week. Like, I probably get 20 to 30 people that people want to see on my DMs, and you're a very consistent favorite. So, and then what threw it overboard was meeting you at A1. I was like, oh shit, this dude's the tits.
Yeah.
And then Mama Siler was like, if your next guest is not, and I was already planning on literally reaching out to you. And like an hour before I get off work, I'm planning on getting off work and then being like, "Hey, let's have Brennan on."
Right.
She
Shout
goes,
out, shout out, Miss Shelley.
shout out Miss Shelley, old Mama Siler. She goes, if Brennan's not your next guest, then you're dead to me.
Ooh.
She didn't really say that. She said something about like, oh, you gotta have Brennan on. He'd be so funny. Blah blah blah. She's telling
Yeah.
me about how you were serenading her while you were drunk. I was like, yes.
No. So me and John, we started drinking. So we shot Saturday AM. So like right after the match, we go me, Josh, John, and Christian, and then Josh's wife Kara showed up. And dude, I started just pounding fucking double vodka Sprites at this little bar we were at. I had like 5 before we had left. And so we get home and I'm like, all right, I'm feeling pretty good. So I started drinking some Tito's and I was like, feeling better now. And so me and John, like, we are like, fuck, we're about to just start playing some old, like country music. So we're like blasting country music in the reloading room. And like me and John are just yelling at the top of our lungs, just singing. And Miss Shelley and they were all just kind of sitting there, and it was just hilarious because we got to dinner as well, and we were still just singing at the top of our lungs, even at fucking dinner. So it was funny, but
Oh
like,
my god, I fucking love it.
next day I was kind of like, fuck, we were pretty shitty just singing like crazy. So
Oh shit, Mama Siler's on here. She said, "Yeah, my Southern boys love
yeah,
it." Hell yeah.
Miss Shelley, that's straight fire. All right.
Yeah, straight fire. Yeah, dude, she's a hoot, man. I love that lady. She is so funny. She's so nice.
Yeah,
You can't help but like her.
she was a blast for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, she raised a savage. She birthed a fucking savage. I'll tell you that. I tell her that every time I see her. I say, "You realize you birthed a savage?" It's like I'm like, how did the sweetest lady on earth make such a fucking savage? But hell yeah, man. Well, let's wrap it up. We're at an hour. We're at 2.5 hours.
You're singing
You're
with
singing with straight fire. Yes. But dude, it was my pleasure, dude. I loved having you
I
on. We're
appreciate
definitely.
it.
I say next week we do a IG with the boys.
Just let me know.
Yeah, we'll do it. It'll be fun. Yeah, what's next weekend? Yeah, we can do that. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll
right.
get it together after this.
All right, dude.
But before we go, man, shout out your IG and anything else you want to talk about, and then also your sponsors, dude.
Yeah, so IG Brennan.Conaway.USPSA and YouTube is Brennan Conaway. And then sponsors,
Drop a follow.
Yeah, and sponsor shout out to Black Bullets. So
hell yeah,
go get your coated bullets. You can shoot them through an open gun.
Yep, I shoot coated bullets through an open gun.
Yeah,
it can be done. That's the only one, Black Bullets.
Yeah, so Black Bullets.
We gotta bump those numbers up, buddy.
Right. Nobody knows who I am, so.
Well, we'll change that. That's what we'll do.
Sweet.
We might try to get you in one of these.
Ooh,
who knows?
All right.
You and John, if John will have us.
Look,
John left. John went to the enemy.
Oh, Mr. John there. 9x23. That guy, he needs to come shoot some matches. That old fart.
I don't even know who that is.
He's kind of a local guy. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, who? Nobody. Just the middle of the road, no talent.
Yeah, I mean, you probably know about those, right? Though.
I know all about those, bro. I am one of those, dog. I'm just the middle of the road, no talent motherfucker. That's how I roll.
Oh, shit.
If I wasn't, maybe I'd be Panda. Who knows?
Yeah, true.
But hell yeah, dude. Well, like I said, this has been really fun. This is one of my favorite episodes I've done because we had a fucking ball.
Yeah, man.
And I think this is going to be a fan favorite. So we'll see if you could. Yeah, damn, you almost went through that bottle of Tito's. Shit. Hey,
it only had half to start. So.
Well, hey, I'll make a deal with you. The last time I drank on a podcast was the one and only time was with Duda. And that is the most listened to podcast right now.
Yeah.
So and the average listen time, it's 4 hours. The average listen time is 3 hours and 45 minutes.
Damn.
So people are listening to the whole thing.
Sweet.
When we do the one with the boys, I'll crank out the bourbon.
Fuck yeah.
I'll
I'll get a new bottle of vodka.
Shit'll get a little weird.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But hell yeah, man. Well, like I said, this was a pleasure, brother. I appreciate you coming on.
I did not end up in the bathroom on the podcast.
Yeah, dude. Did you listen to the Doodle one?
I don't know if I listened to 3 hours or 4 hours worth.
Bro, we
I
peed
did
together
listen.
like 5 times. I would just take the phone with me and just piss while doing the podcast. Yeah, hence why I haven't drank on the podcast anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna break that rule again.
Yeah.
So
All right. Yeah. So next week, possibly all the boys on here. Sounds good.
yeah, hell yeah. Next week, all the boys on the podcast. It'll be a good time. But
All right.
dude, thank you again, man. We're at
man.
2.5 hours. This has been a fun one here.
Appreciate
and
you having me on, man. For real.
dude, yeah, we're definitely doing it again. We're gonna do it with the boys, and we'll do another solo episode, maybe after Natty's, when we're both rocking that top 16 and top 10.
Hell yeah.
But hell yeah, brother. Well, I appreciate you, man. To the dude with the best flow in the game, brother. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, brother.
Later, brother.
See ya.
Brennan Conaway, ladies and gentlemen. Fucking stud of a dude. If you're not following him, go follow him. He's a hell of a shooter. He's an even better dude. And he literally has the best hair in the fucking game, bar none. And he's just a cool guy. So if you like cool people and you like badass shooters, then definitely go follow that guy. He's fun. Bangin Brass merchandise is officially out. Go to Paper and Steel Apparel Co. to get yours. We dropped the regular Bangin Brass t-shirt, but we've got some fun shit coming up here in the next I have like a week and some change to wait before I can start dropping that savage shit. You can do the math and put that together. But once I do, it'll be spicy and you will enjoy it. But John Orman, you've got a large t-shirt coming your way, and Full Metal Jessie has a small coming her way. I'm going to start doing giveaways every episode. So thank you guys for listening. If you made it this far, you made this happen. Thank you again. Love you guys, and I'll see you on the range.